Hey, 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 everyone. I'm just entering into the room. Hope you guys don't hear an echo. I've been adding on. Hang on. There we go. Can you hear me okay? All right. Looks like we're going to hear an echo. I hope it doesn't sound too bad. We have some guests coming on today that I can't wait to introduce you guys to. All right. I got a full screen so I can see what's actually going on. How are you guys today? Now it's noon my time, Central Time. So I'm sure you guys are all in different areas. I may be earlier for you guys, maybe later for you. Say hey, hello. Already, I've highlighted the names of those who've been in the room already. I'm highlighting the names because I can be able to put you guys in the giveaway during this live. Make sure you're here when I do the giveaway, so therefore you can win the giveaway. Can you guys hear the echo in the background of me talking? So while waiting for reply, so far who I have in the room so far is Renee. Hey, Renee. Angie's in the room. We have Erica. We have Marjorie. Who am I missing? If there's any lurkers, say hi. So at least I can put you on the list, so I know you are in the room. I know Kathy's here. Kathy's going to be one of our guests. Shanna's here. Hey, Shanna. Let me go ahead and see if I have you on the list. I do. I'm going to highlight you, girl. Make sure I know you're in the room. Kathy is on mute right now. Possibly we'll have, hopefully we can bring on Marjorie. She's doing her crafting out in the yard. So my main goal of this live was just to craft and to bring on certain people who are doing the download. So therefore, thank you, Marjorie. Those who are doing the download to see what you guys created with it. Cause I'm kind of curious. You know, it'd be interesting to see what you're doing with it. So Shanna, I got you on the list. Jennifer, you're there, hon. How are you guys today? Make sure you thumbs up, like. I hope you guys love this live. I can't wait to. And the cool thing about bringing a lot of you guys on live too, one at a time, is that you guys get to meet each other too. Some of you guys are just everyday crafters. Some of you guys are shop owners. Some of you guys are just dear friends. So you guys already seen on a live or two ago what I was doing. I see we got a little lag going on. I see my hand in the camera, but I think I might go slower. You guys got that lag as well? Mimi's here. Hey, Mimi's in the house. You guys can see that okay. I feel like I got a good lag going on. I'm not sure why. Seems fuzzy to me. But let me go ahead to Logitech and see what we got going on here. Now on my camera in Logitech, it looks great. When I'm looking at YouTube, it looks like it is a lag, which is maybe because I have more people on. I'm not quite sure. But either way, we'll make this work. All right, Mimi, I'm going to put you, highlight you on the list as well. I hope you're doing good today. I printed out an Excel sheet, and it is crazy small print. So it's, Mimi, you're here. I think you are. Let's see here. Let's see here. I know you got to be here. Why did I have to print out one that is so... There you are, Margie. There you are. I got you right underneath Shanna Miller. Don't forget to say hey, hello. Yeah, do you guys see the lag too? I feel like it's going slow-mo. Yeah, I agree. And the funny thing, Erica, did I get you on there, Erica? Mendez, did I get you? Yeah, I did. Is that, I mean, I pay for StreamYard. I pay for the best StreamYard, and it still gives you the same quality as if you just get the one that is free, I find. I'm getting to the point where I just might just go to the basic and not have to pay $40-something a month to go live. So we'll get more people in the room. I'm excited that you guys are here. I got my sew machine. I'll show you guys here. I got my sew machine all set up in a station, and I'm hoping that's working out good. Let's see here. Here's the sew machine station. I hope the quality is good. How's that look for you guys? Yes, I'm glad too. Now, if there's anyone else in this room that wants to go on the live today, let me know. What you're going to need, it's going to require is like a phone camera or a Logitech camera on your computer. But if you want to go live to show anyone in the room today what you are creating, just let me know and I'll put you on. Now, the only person I'm waiting for also to join in the room is going to be, like I said, it's going to be Marjorie. We're just waiting on her. I don't see her popping up yet. She hasn't clicked on the link. So, what have you guys done with your Needlebook? Did you guys do Needlebooks, or what did you guys end up doing? Anyone want to tell me what they got going? Matter of fact, I can just see if I can flip this camera up. Hang on here. You guys can see me. Woohoo! It's Salena, and oh boy, in the messy side of her garage. I had the warehouse again. I got the warehouse doors up so then I can enjoy. If I can step back here, you guys can see me. We got this. A little warm. I got the down below here. You can see the warehouse doors are open. How are you guys today? So I'm curious. I like to see what you guys have created. I'm curious. Woohoo! Yeah, you see my rosy cheeks? I've been running around trying to get everything all organized and ready for this. It could be my camera settings, I think, too, making me look so red. Crazy. Let's not look at this anymore. But I at least want to say hey, hello, so you're not just looking at my fingers. Let's get you back down here where it looks a lot better. All right, guys, that looks much better. That was a hot mess. I think my lighting on my camera settings made me look a bit red. There we go. Why'd I have to mess with that camera, right? There you go. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I think my camera settings has like the color background really bad, like red, showing red a lot. All right, let's see here. Okay, so Marjorie, when you click on that link, you just follow the steps and you just put your name in the thing and it'll bring you right through. Hey Andy, how you doing? I don't know if I got you on the list, Andy, do I? Andy Hill. Let's see here. Andy, wait. Oh, I know Andy, but you go by another name too. D. Starts with a D. I'm trying to get your guys' names together here. Let's see here. Andy, you got a second name. You got to like throw it at me. So I know I can get you on the log for the giveaway today. So today, for those who are just entering into the room, I'm waiting for more people to come on. We do have some friends who are going to join into the room and show what they're doing with the Needlebook. You guys did see what I did, what was it, last week when I was messing with it. I was going to play with it some more. I have my machine out as well on another camera for you guys. But looks like right now we have Kathy Cowell. She's going to be someone who's going to come in and show you what she's doing. She didn't do the Needlebook because she's not quite sure what to do on a download and how to print one off, but she's going to show you what she's doing. She does a lot of slow stitching. She loves to quilt and she loves to sew. So I'd like you guys to meet Kathy. And then I'm hoping to get Marjorie on. She's learning how to get on. Take your time, Marjorie. There's no pressure, okay? But I love you to see what she's doing. She's a good friend, follower. Of course, she purchased this from the shop. That's how I met Marjorie in the beginning. Who's your hippie? How you doing? Aren't they cute? Okay, who's your hippie? Denise. I don't know if I have you on a list or anything. Did you get the download to be a part of this? If not, I can do my best to send it to you through this live. And then Denise, I see your name, but I don't think I got you on my log here. At least I can write you down on the log so I know next time. When you enter the room, thank goodness for Excel sheets. I'm telling you guys, I can imagine life without an Excel sheet. So you're Hoosier, so you must be a Northerner, Indiana. Hoosier, hippie. Nice name. All right. You're on the road today. It's okay. All right. No problem. Where are you off to? All right. Looks like we're getting more people in the room, which is awesome. I just didn't want to throw Kathy on and people be confused, like, who's Kathy? Oh, cool. I'm from Northern Indiana, near Valparaiso. Grew up in Gary, lived in Hobart, and then Valparaiso, Indiana. I've been everywhere, seems like. And now I'm in Florida. Oh, cool. Nice to meet you. Oh, cool. Indiana University. Go, Indiana. Awesome, Erica. What'd you go for? Oh, Arizona. I love Arizona weather. Yes, always a Hoosier, especially when the seasons change, right? I know when the seasons change, it's like I miss it, but I don't miss it, like especially winter. All right, Marjorie. It's taking you straight to the live. There's no steps to fill in. Okay, that's fine. Once you're in, you'll be in a room here and I can add you to the stage. You'll ask for your name and then you're all good. Yeah, if it takes you right into live, you're fine. Here, I can share, I'll invite you with another link. You know, I think what I did, Marjorie, it's my fault. I sent you the live link and not the room link. I apologize. Let me try that again. Just be patient. It is my error and I really apologize. I got you covered. Let's do this again. I'll send you the correct link, Marjorie. Yeah, because I guess I shared my live on YouTube on Facebook, and so I sent you the wrong link. There you go. This should work now. Live 2. I'm gonna put 2 for the email so you know it's the second email. There you go. I apologize, Marjorie. That should work. Okay, try that again, Marjorie. I would love to see you in the yard trying to needlebook. Okay, while we're waiting for Marjorie to come on, I wanted to introduce you guys to Kathy Cotwell. Again, if you're new coming into the room, Kathy didn't do the needlebook. She's like a lot of people, they're not sure how to do a download or a digital download or how to download and print off certain things. And so she wasn't sure, but she's going to show you what she has been working on. She does a lot of slow stitching and sewing and stuff. So I want to at least introduce you to Kathy. She is also a follower of ours on Facebook. I'm not a shop owner yet, but she's talked about it and want to, and like a lot of people are afraid to do it. So maybe one day she'll make the plunge. But she makes amazing, beautiful things. She does kids' dresses. She does all kinds of things. But I'll let her pretty much tell you guys. So while we're waiting for people to come in the room, I'm going to chat with you guys in the room while she gets the chat in away. And you guys get to meet her. So a big welcome to Kathy. So Kathy, I'm going to put you on a stage and unmute you. So let's unmute Kathy here. Hey, Kathy.
Hi, y'all. I'm Calico Kate. I have my own YouTube, but I haven't been doing it. I did not download. We only have a black and white printer because my husband doesn't want me printing lots of colored pages. And I can't print from my iPad. So anyway, I do my own thing. Salena knows that. I am working on my own needlebook. I just took scrap batting I had, and covered it with ticking fabric and this little thing. I'm not doing anything fancy. This is just for me. So I have it. We travel, we snowbird. And I'm in Florida January, February, March. And so sometimes I want to do my slow stitching in the truck because I want something to do. And lately my hands haven't liked knitting. So I'm making this a slow stitching, whatever. I just put a bunch of pages in it and I'm not real sure what I'm going to do with them all. Welcome to my world. Man, I have a lag. But this, I've been working on this. Lately, like Salena said, I've been doing a lot of sewing. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Mari Sews that does the International Dress a Girl. I sent 6 dresses down to her. I've been slacking lately and haven't done but 2 or 3 YouTubes this summer. I've just not been in the mood to sew and talk. So I told Salena maybe this will get me back into doing it.
Hey, Kathy, Mimi says that she loves slow stitching, and Who's Your Hippie Denise says she loves your book.
Oh, thank you. I'm just kind of putting stuff in it. You know, when I see something, I have this really old quilt and my grandmother used it to paint. This was her drop cloth. So I found it in her closet and I told her that she's too old to paint. So I told her I was going to take it and play with it. And I have cut so much out of it. I made a jacket and used it as pockets. I made my granddaughter a jacket and used it as pockets. So if you have an old quilt, feel free to cut it up. Salena taught me that. By the way, Salena, I have a basket full of those cutout squares. I don't know if you remember, I did when I had that pneumonia and COVID and all that helped me remember to take that out to your house when I'm there.
Hey, feel free to send me all your vintage quilts you got on that rack too.
Oh, well, my nieces took that. Imagine that.
Yeah, I would take all those beautiful quilts you have.
I do have a few. Another thing I've worked on is a health journal. My health has not been good forever. I'm not going to list all of the deals, but I do have fibromyalgia and heart problems. And I am going to a new chiropractor. I'm going to a new masseuse, and I've got a new rheumatologist. So hopefully that will help me get back on track because I need to get back on track. And I made this health journal, and all it is to help me keep track of what I'm doing and not doing. You know, it's easy to say I walk every day, but if I have to write it down and I don't, obviously I didn't walk. I was to start this yesterday and I didn't. This is the page I did the 24th. Obviously nothing for yesterday. Yesterday I went to the new masseuse. She was wonderful, but I'm paying for it today. And I need to write that down yesterday and today. So that's something I'm not good about doing, is the main reason I'm telling you that. But yeah, I've just dated it for a few months.
Maybe in this live you can write it down when we're in between people, and then maybe you can read to us what you did right. But I was going to tell you, Kathy, Erica Mendez wanted to let you know that she's always wanted to learn about slow stitching. And I don't know if Erica knows this, but if you guys join Kathy's YouTube channel, she has in the past done tutorials and showed you what she has done. And I'm sure Kathy, getting back into her crafting now with the proper person for her arms and hands and help her with therapy, that she will, because she makes
Yeah.
amazing videos. I don't know if you guys follow her on YouTube. Is that something
Yes.
you do, Kathy?
Yeah. In fact, I can show a little bit today if we need to. So what I'm keeping track of is my pain. If I walked, my weight, hours of sleep. I don't sleep well. How much caffeine and how much water. And I'm hoping and then each day has, so I can put down my food. I can put down health things, not, I can put down, what I did as well. That's fine. I can do whatever I want to. I made the journal, but, I looked at a lot of YouTube things and didn't find much on health journals. So I just went and came up with my own. So if anybody's got questions, or I could even do a video on this, let me know. I don't tend to plan how I'm doing a journal or anything. I just kind of start putting stuff in it. So you can PM me if you want to, Kathy Cowell, or get through to me through Salena. For 3 months out of the year, I'm in Florida, and that's how Salena and I got to be friends. Boy,
Hey,
we should tell
Kathy.
that story. That's an interesting one.
Kathy, what is
Yes,
the
dear.
name of your channel? I know your name, but what's the name of your channel so I know how to find it in the YouTube to send it to
Calico
them?
Kate. If they just click on where I
That's right.
talk,
You knew that.
if they click on my little circle thing, it should take them right to the channel.
That's what I thought, but someone's wanting the link, and I was just trying to make it easy for them. Let
Yeah,
me see if I can
that's
find
fine.
that really quick. I'm going to my subscriptions. Calico Kate, I think. Kate, right?
Yes. Just like on the front of my screen.
Okay, gotcha. I found it. Gotcha.
And like I said, I've been lax this summer on doing it. I've done a whole lot of sewing. I've probably sewn more this summer than I have ever. What I need to do is I've made scrunchies. I could do a video on how to make scrunchies. I made over 100 of those. When you've got a granddaughter who is 8 that comes in all the time and looks at the fabric and says, "Oh, Nana, I need a scrunchie of these." And I have nieces with little girls, so I made scrunchies for them. And I ended up making them for all the 3rd grade girls. It's pretty sad. So, but I love to slow stitch because I can do it anywhere. And I've not done it as much as I'd like. Like I said, I've got a lot of arthritis we're trying to get on top of. And
doesn't it help though with your wrist when you do move it? Like, doesn't it help give it some movement, range of motion with your arthritis?
it does, but as you know me, when I start something, I kind of go overboard, and I don't listen to my body to know that I should stop doing that. And so then I get it so it hurts because I overdid.
Totally makes sense.
And,
Now,
and
Erica wanted to let you know that she needs a journal just like yours.
oh, okay. I'll just which one? My health one or
One
the
you're working on right now.
oh,
Is
okay.
that felt? Is that felt?
Uh-huh.
The main journal is felted, and then it
Yeah.
looks like it's cotton pieces. So it's like a felted journal that
I
a
just
lot of times
used
people who do slow stitching use felted or wool when it
and
comes
I
to a
have wool in Florida. I don't have wool, I guess, here in Missouri. So yeah, this is just like craft felt is all this is.
awesome. You can get that anywhere pretty much.
Yeah, Dollar General probably.
Erica
And
says you just subscribe to your YouTube channel.
thank you. And
And Renee.
these are my scraps. Now, I save scraps, but oh, this is something I made. Now, this I'm real proud of. I don't know if I can get it on here. You can see it. I came
Oh,
up with this idea all by myself.
salvage. How cool.
I took salvage. We had a close friend pass away, and my husband went down there, but I did not go. And so I needed to sew my grief away. Does anybody else do that? And I took fabric and I sewed all salvage pieces. Salvage pieces. How do you say that? I guess it depends on where you are in the country. But anyway, that's what this is. And I had enough salvage pieces for 2 of these things. And that's what I keep my scraps in. Isn't that fun?
Yes, it is.
I was kind of proud of myself. Usually I copy everybody else, but I didn't have to copy. So if you're one of those people that save all that kind of stuff, that's something you can do with it. And I've kind of slowed down on saving everything because I'm trying to combine 2 craft rooms. And I have a lot that's going to go to Salena because I don't know what to do with it and I don't need it. And she has a warehouse I can clutter up. Ha ha ha.
Unlimited
But
supply.
seriously, I used to save all my thread. I used to save all that kind of stuff. And I don't have room. I've moved my sewing downstairs here on the farm. We're on the farm in Missouri right now. And I couldn't go upstairs all the time. So I moved my sewing downstairs, and my craft room is upstairs so that I can at least sew on bad days. And there's only so much a fourth of my living room will hold. So that's that. What else do you want me to talk about, Salena, dear friend?
Oh, Kathy, I love your voice. So, regardless of what you talk about, it is enjoyable. So, if you don't want to talk anymore and you just want
Oh,
to
I'm
cry,
fine.
I'll just
You know
take
me. I can
over.
always talk.
I know you
You
can.
should see
That's
when
what I
we
love
get
about it.
together. That's what we should talk about, like when we get together and stuff. We're a
I
hoot
know.
when we're together. We
For
really
those
are.
guys who don't know, Kathy she lives near me, and I've met her on an Etsy, actually, if not mistaken, right, Kathy?
I think so. Or YouTube. I'm not sure. I just knew that you said you were moving to Pensacola, and I told you that's near me.
Yeah. Yeah, so I met her through there, and so she likes everything that I like pretty much. We both love anything vintage kind of thing. And so she loves to sew, and I'm very like I have a lot of projects that I do for you guys, and there's more in the future that I want to do that requires a lot of sewing, and I want to bring in sewing back into the theme of things. Of course, we love our junk journal world. We got the slow stitching world, the doll artists, and we like to incorporate all those into one. But I would like to bring in quilting and bring back any questions, any help kind of thing. But a lot of the projects and kits that I have coming in the future, I want to put in some sewing. And so Kathy is a great at sewing, and I trust her, and which is a compliment, huge compliment, because I'm very picky. And I was hoping she could help me with the Christmas kits because I have a lot of surprises on the Christmas coming up for you guys. But I'm gonna get started on it. But she's gonna be back. What you say, January, right?
Yeah.
So I have to wait to January. So maybe we'll do like a January sewing something. But I was gonna have her set up here and maybe help me with that. So
My grandchildren are a quarter of a mile away, and I have one son, and they're in and out all the time. In fact, if you want to hear a story about them, because I have more than one, but yesterday I'm just sitting, listening to my book, probably playing a game on my um, iPad, and all of a sudden I hear the door. I don't think anything about it. My granddaughter's here. And I said, well, what are you doing? And she said, Mom and Dad have an appointment with the chiropractor, and I don't want to go. I said, oh, so you came to see me? Yep. I said, do mom and dad, I said, how'd you get here? And she said, I had Jackson bring me. Well, I had come to find out the appointment wasn't for 2 hours. She just decided to come to Nana. I love that. I mean, I can't, and she was, I mean, we baked, we muffins, we got supper going, we played school. She was the teacher, of course. But it was just so fun just to have I love third grade. I taught third grade for years, and I won't ever get those times back. And that's why I like being up here. It's fun in Florida. The weather's wonderful. But those times with, I love my grandson just as much. He just doesn't find Nana near as interesting at 12 as Emerson does at 8. And I know eventually I won't be her whole world. And so we're up here as much as I can be up here. She's been my girl since she was little. She'd get mad. She'd in town at the daycare with her mom. She'd say, I'll just go to Nana's, and she'd take off. Out the door she went.
Hey,
And
hey, Kathy, I'm going to interrupt you for a second, but Jennifer says, I want to come to your house too. Muffins and crafting.
oh, yes, Emerson loves to bake. So you just come on over. Where you at, Jennifer? I need to know where you live.
What's cool about Kathy too is she bakes these beautiful dresses for her grandkids, and they're like those. Remember those who I don't know if your guys' mother or grandmother or family member in your life had ever made you a pillowcase dress, but Kathy makes the cutest pillowcase dresses. It's just adorable.
I was supposed to make you one too, wasn't I?
Yes, yes, it's okay. I like an adult version if I could find a pillowcase that big. But Jennifer, she's from Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh,
That's right.
well, you
Now,
need a little vacation, don't you?
that's right. Just in case for those who are new jumping in the room, just give you a heads up. Kathy Cowell is here showing her slow stitch book. She didn't do the needle book, but it's pretty much the same thing. If those who ever know what a needle book is, it's pretty much a book that holds needles. And a lot of the wool artists, the rug hooking, slow stitching world, they use felted wool, they use real wool, but they use that to also make needle books, similar to what this download is, but she's showing you a style that you can do that is in a felted version. She's just doing simple stitches, right, Kathy? You're not doing certain like.
No, I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just doing kind of a in and out.
Pretty much, it's like a therapy book, but for adults. So that's
Yeah.
how I look at it. It's great therapy. It's relaxing, and felted wool and wool is very soft and easy to work with. Your needle just kind of pretty much slides in it. I find it's easier than working with cotton or
Yeah.
any other type of like fabrics like that. Some people use seed beads, like those who know the little kits I have out, the little Holly Hobby kits I have out. I put in seed beads and a seed bead needle on each kit. I did that because a lot of people who do slow stitch kits or needlebook kits, they do seed beads. They're really tiny. That needle I put in there is a tiny needle, just it's a long, tiny needle just for that. But you can incorporate beading into your journal making, which Kathy's probably showing you that right now.
Mm-hmm. Right here, I put some beads in. Old quilts are real good too to use. I made I took wool, and this is just an old army blanket I got at the thrift store. And here I used the little seed beading, but I tried to tell a story with it. So I used an old quilt on top of it. And then this is just fabric I've got of these little people. And so he's playing baseball. I tried to make it look like a park. I don't know why. I was just sitting here. I was on YouTube when I did this. And I was just talking and doing this. And then this is kind of just a little basketball, kind of like a park. And then here's yo-yos I made and stuck buttons on. Here's the seed stitch. And I did that on the kite. Here I used French knots and made a sun. Little girl riding her bike. It was just something. And it's like I was saying, I don't have a plan when I start. I just start. Now, what I'm
I
so
totally get it. I wanted to let you know, Kathy, that Kate and Denise in chat was saying that because I was trying to explain that I didn't know if anyone had a grandmother, mother, or a family member, like an aunt or an auntie, who did things like that or made things for them, like pillowcase dresses. And I forgot. I guess I take it for granted that a lot of people don't have a family member that
yeah,
was able to do that for them in their life. And I told them, I said, well, now you guys have Kathy. She'll
yeah.
gladly bring you in as grandma, mom, and love to spoil you. So, guys, feel free to join her YouTube channel, get to know her. She's on Facebook as well. I can find that link. Get to know her. And Kathy is just one love muffin, I guess you could call her.
I adopt
She's got a
everybody.
big heart. So,
My grandma made a lot of our clothes and just lived a mile away. And those are the best memories I, can have, staying all night with grandma and that kind of stuff. And now that's the one thing my grandchildren will not do is stay all night with me. My husband's here. Now they'll come up early for breakfast, but they're so close they want their own bed. So when mom and dad go away, Nana goes down there and we just party down there that night. Well,
Jennifer said, I see a meetup in Florida here in the future. Well, Kathy, I guess we could possibly do something, in the
wouldn't
future.
oh we should.
Yeah, we'll get our group going and maybe we could do like maybe some kind of retreat here for you guys. Kathy and I both live near definitely the Gulf. We have Navarre Beach, we have Pensacola Beach, we have Destin. We are very close to all those destinations right on the Gulf. And I know, Kathy and I know that the off season is like the best rates. And you can get beachfront, like say property where you can rent a property and a bunch of people can meet up and for a very inexpensive rate just to do crafting and stuff like that. Who knows? Maybe that'd be a future thing. If you guys like that idea, say, hey, yeah, in the chats. And who knows? Maybe here in the future we can set that up. Maybe a
That
New
would
Year
be
thing.
fun.
I think so. However, Kathy, we do have the space to possibly, I mean, I got the land and RV hookups, but I don't know if I'm in the middle of nowhere land. You know that. I don't think it's going
Yeah.
to be fun.
Yeah. But we could do something.
I think so.
That would be fun.
I think so.
Even if
So
and
what
even if it's only a few come, I could keep somebody at my house, and then during the day do it if we had to. But it'd be more fun if we were all together in the evenings.
yeah, I think the coast idea is a good idea. Because
I
imagine
do.
if you rented a big space, that would also because I know a lot of those condos are next to like say hotels too, to where you can
Mm-hmm.
rent out like one of the meeting rooms for the crafting to where you can set up all your stations there next door to where your place is actually at. So
Yes. And I think, they're used to doing that because they're on the coast. So I think we need to talk about that, Salena.
yeah. Okay, it looks like they're needing some links. Kate, let me know if you need my help. Yeah, I think that'd be a great future thing, that we can plan on in the future. I think it'd be fun. I mean, I guess it's going to take some time right now. I'm just finally getting back in live. We can get some following friends and people who are actually serious about wanting to do something like that. I know it's going to be quite a job to orchestrate something like that, but it's something we could possibly do in the future. Especially it'd be a fun meetup.
Yeah. I'm all
And
for
enjoy the ocean. It's right there. So the Gulf is
well,
beautiful. And
we all
Bayside.
take breaks on the beach.
Before I click on to the next person, Kathy, one person did ask. I forgot who it was. I'm sorry, it's in the feeds, but they said they would love to hear the story, how you tell the story on that slow stitch story that you have on that you showed a minute ago.
Yeah.
She goes, that would be awesome to know
Tell
and
the
hear about,
story.
like that story.
Okay. Do you want
do you
to do it
have time
now?
for that? Are you guys wanting to hear that story before she heads off? Because we have Marjorie's going to be up next. And how do you guys feel about me bringing you guys on the live? I know you guys want to see what I'm doing, but I thought it'd be fun that this Needlebook download that I sent out to you guys, I really wanted to give you guys an opportunity to show what you guys are doing and not just what I'm doing. Because some people make this into a book, some people are making it into a needle book, some people are making them into tags and things like that. So I just want to give you guys a chance to show what you're actually doing. So let me know what you guys think about that. All right, so Kathy, you're right at it.
Okay. Time to tell that story.
Yeah, sure. If you don't mind, if you guys are interested, let's hear her story on this slow stitch story that she did. I think it's way cool. And your camera's to your left, so you might have to lean your project storyline to it as
Okay.
you do it. Yeah.
Let me clean up a little bit because I tend to make messes. I know the rest of you are just squeaky clean and neat and tidy when you craft, but I'm not.
Thank you, Kay. I appreciate it. And felted wool and wool has a tendency, for those who've not worked with wool and felted wool, has a tendency to collect all kinds of fibers. It likes to collect the threads, and so it's one you have to use like the lint roller on it every once in a while.
Oh, you are? Oh, I didn't know that.
What's that?
I said I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know,
Just
your felted pieces on your needlebook thing you have, doesn't it collect a lot of, like, you know,
it
when you're,
does. I just pick at it.
yeah, it has a tendency to collect.
Yeah. All right. This was done in the spring and baseball season. So I wanted to do something. I had this long scrap of blanket, and like I said, I just go as the slow stitching takes me. I don't plan. I just kind of do. So when I started, I had this fabric and I started with this fabric and I just stitched around it. Do I need to get closer?
Oh, you're fine. You can actually lift it up if you want to. Turn it
Okay.
like to your right a little bit. Your project, you could turn your project to the right of you.
Okay.
Like your right hand, pull the right side to you.
Oh, to my
That's
right.
it.
Oh, the other right.
Yes. Yep. And then you can tilt it like diagonally as
Okay.
well to your right.
All right. So I'll just lift some of it too so you can just see it.
Perfect.
All right. So this was the first one I cut out. Like I said, I had a whole panel of a yard of this fabric I saw somewhere, and it reminded me of Sally, Dick, and Jane. And I'm a retired school teacher of 35 years of elementary. So needless to say, that hit me. So I saw this one and it fit. So I just stitched around it. And as I was stitching, I thought, these kids are on the playground or at the park for the summer. And that made me think that there would be flowers blooming. I made grass. Then as lots of people have with yo-yos, I made them into the flowers and I used just wooden buttons that I have in my button box. And as I'm sewing flowers, and a lot of flowers, it hits me in the spring, kids are flying kites. And so I cut out a kite pattern, or I already had one. And I made a kite. So that's when I then made bows and stuck bows on it. Well, if they're flying kites, you probably got little kids who are riding a bicycle. I saw this chicken and I decided I had that little spot and it can fit. So I put that on there. And then it's a sunny day, so I made the sun. Kind of gave a little more texture. And this isn't done. There's lots of space I can put a lot of other things. Well, then Like I said, I've got the flowers because I saw this little girl on the fabric with a rose. And these are just little clusters I use in my my journal making. And making clusters is one of those mindless things I can do and get rid of fabric. So I've got lots of clusters. And so I put those flowers on there. And those flowers just came with this, those strips that you get at Hobby Lobby. Everything needs a word on it. Everything I make, you'll have something. So I put Hello Sunshine. I had stamped somewhere. I have this little flag on there because this needed something to cover up the space and I didn't have anything. So, and it's pinned on there, meaning I can put other stuff on it. And here you can just see where I bordered stitch, which is just in and out, along here, just to give it a little interest. I guess those could be mountains if you live in the mountains or whatever. And then I saw this little boy playing baseball and thought, okay, on the other end, they can play baseball. See, you can see here, I ran out of red and I didn't have any more that matched, so I left it. And then as I was doing that, I thought, okay, it needs texture. So let's do beads. Well, what does texture better than 3 bases? He's hitting the ball. I don't know if any of you remember that Kenny Rogers song where it's the little boy and he keeps throwing up balls trying to hit it. And he didn't know he could swing that well. It's just about a little boy playing baseball by himself, but he feels like he's a good pitcher and the good batter. And so that's what kind of came to mind. He's, throwing balls at himself. And then he's got these 3 bases he could run to.
That's so cool, Kathy. I want to tell you before you continue your story is that a few people had some comments for you that I want you to be able to see what you got. Now, Candy's from California. She's Barn Swag, for those who don't know, who's in the room. She says she loved how you used an Old Navy blanket for the backing. She says her grandfather had a few of those. She thought at the time they were just old and itchy.
Yeah, they are. But they're great for slow stitching.
That's right. Same. See, that's why wool and felt is the same way. It's just something about slow stitching with that product makes it easier for your stitches to turn out and to put your needle through it. Now, Denise, our Hoosier hippie, says it's absolutely beautiful. And thank you for sharing. And Erica as well says it's an amazing talent and very creative. It's absolutely beautiful, says Jennifer.
Thank you.
Yep. And then Shanna Miller says she remembers that song that you're talking about. Mm-hmm.
I'm not the only old one in the room. I need to do something here, though. So if anybody's got ideas of what I can put here, I would love to hear it because I'm kind of at a loss.
How about a flower garden?
I could.
Well, you said you love clusters.
I do. In fact, I have a whole candy jar of them.
Oh, I love that jar.
This was my grandma's candy jar, and it always had some kind of wrapped candy in it.
Yeah, like the hard candy.
Yeah. I'd want chocolate. But I'll sit here and just make clusters. Sometimes I put something in the middle. Sometimes I don't because it depends on what I'm going to use.
I think it'd be really cool is if you did stems of flowers coming up and each cluster flower head would be different sizes with a little button in the middle.
Like I did here?
Yeah, but small ones, like little tiny guys.
Oh, little tiny flowers.
Yeah, tiny, like a flower garden, like a wildflower.
I could do that.
Tiny guys. And then upper right, it'd be cool to have like maybe like the sun, the tree of life maybe or something.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's a good story, especially teaching children about the giving tree. Like I love Silverstein, the song, the book. Sorry, the song. I'm stuck on that song you guys are talking about. The book, The Giving Tree, is my favorite all-time book. It's a good
Next
story
time,
for
Green
children.
Gables. Okay, yeah, I might do that.
Well, Shanna, feel free to send me all those clusters.
Oh, okay, sure.
Shanna says she says she had to stop making them because she used them do them so fast that she had piles of them. I said, send them my
Yeah,
way.
yeah, they're addictive. And before you know it, you've got so many of them made, and there's only so many of them you need.
Yes, I totally agree. Well, I think it's absolutely amazing, Kathy. I thank you for taking the time to want to be on. I'm going to keep you on, but I'm going to put you on mute.
Sounds
So
good.
I'd love to have you come back and we can all craft together towards the end of this live. I just wanted to
Okay.
introduce you. So keep crafting and stuff. I'm going to keep you in the window and then put up Marjorie because I want to introduce Marjorie as well because I want to have her have a chance to show you guys the needle book that what she did with her download. Kathy, thank you. I wish I can give you a hug and I miss you.
Miss you too, girl.
I know. I'm glad to have you on. We got to do this off live too. So.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you guys for the warm welcomes for Kathy. Don't forget to go to her YouTube channel. The information's in the links down below for you guys in the feed. So make sure you click on them, follow. Hey, Marjorie, can you hear me
Ooh,
okay?
yes, can you hear me?
I didn't mean to scare you.
Okay, awesome. Kathy,
How
that was
are
so
you?
beautiful and very inspiring. Thank you for sharing that. I just love quilting. I've just had this
Yeah,
really, I don't know, I just love quilting and I want to slow stitch and I want to do needle books. It's just this mad bug that bit me.
I
But
agree. I
thank
think
you,
it's
Salena,
changed.
for having us on.
It's a change too. It gives us you can still do the books like you do, journals, and you could do it in a different way, which is awesome, where you can store your needles. And that's why I brought Kathy on too, is because she was able to show us a needle book style, right? But in a felted way.
Exactly, exactly. And that's why I was so excited when you shared these downloads because I was like so intimidated, but the way you broke it down made it seem very approachable. So I went ahead and I printed these out. And I know there's a lag, so I'm hope I'm in screen. But
You
this
are.
is one. And I was confused. I will let you know because I'm like, oh, okay, I think this goes together. So
Sorry, I didn't get a chance to show that part yet. Did you see the front of the other one? The one to your on the table. There's the topper to it on that digital. On that download, sorry. Did you see the
oh,
bigger,
okay.
that brown one on the
This
table?
one.
The one that's on the table now? Yep, that's the inside of one. Now, on your piece of paper, there's a cutout. There should be another paper you printed. There it is. That's the top.
Okay.
Inside, yep. And then you fold it, and the needles, that's you got to glue them together or sew them together. I think it'd be cool to sew it together. Glue and sew. But then if you fold that, because here I'll show you, I'm going to put myself on screen because if I show you, hang on here, I'm going to put myself on. This is the original right here. I don't know if you guys can see this. This is the original. Sorry, the lag. And see, there's a slit, Marjorie. Can you see that slit right here?
Yeah.
So that slit, if you slit that in that paper, if this folds in and becomes a booklet,
Oh,
well,
wow, that makes complete sense.
yeah, well, I did that because I think this one's made in Germany, right? Does it say there? Yeah, Germany. So if you open this up, this is the inside, which you see that download paper of, which you're going to glue in. In this little flap here, which is, you can't really make it
Wow.
a flap, but was needles on the inside. And what's cool about this idea is if you're a journal maker, I'm going to show you something. I'm turning this, I'm flipping it. If you open this up this way and you open this up this way, you can make this a book. You just make this like this, your book right here, right? And then you can
Yes.
tie in your signature right there. You can fold that over and you still have this flap that will close your book up like a little booklet.
Awesome. How
Yeah, so I
neat.
think
That is
that might be
super
a good
neat.
idea. I guess I didn't get a chance to explain it to you. Now, the other one that you see that is on that download is this needle book. I hope I'm close enough. It's a Clinton one. It's usually like the most popular one. It also has a slit right here, just above this little. Um, if you can see that, okay, this little flower thing. You can make a half circle slit, and this will fold just like that into that slit to close it. But it
Oh,
opens like you did. The needles are gone. See, this is probably what you see on the download is this inside, sorry, like that, right?
yes.
Well, right here, this is a window. See that little square? And in that window was where the needles, see here.
Ah, I see.
And
I
so
see
all
it.
you have to do is you can get a piece of linen and put needles in it, and you have that window for your needle pack. And this
Awesome.
also, this closes as well, like that. All right, I'm going to put the camera back to you. So I hope that helped your confusion. Any other
Yeah.
questions? There's pieces to scan before I put you back on.
No, that is awesome and excellent. Thank you for that tip.
Awesome. So
And
now you know what
uh,
that is. It's like a bonus needle books in there for you.
awesome. And FYI to everyone, I am very new to crafting, so I am in no way, shape, or form trying to, but thank you because I'm learning. I absolutely consider myself to be a student. And I just am loving how we're all gathering together and just sharing tips and sharing just, tips and tricks that we all know. So what I did, because I did not know that, Selena, you know, I have tracing paper. Let me show you. So sometimes it comes out too, I guess, it's really tough to mess with tracing paper when it gets wet. But I don't want to throw it out because I worked so hard on getting this done. So I put it in a pile. And what I did is I do the same thing with glassine bags. So instead of throwing it out, I glued it on. So I flipped it, I glued on the printout, and I cut alongside it. So then you get this gilded tracing paper underneath,
How cool.
and you can still do a booklet. You can still, do anything that you would want to add in it. And I went in and I gilded the uh, designs with watercolor or acrylic, anything that you would like to use, whatever you feel comfortable with. And I just did that to kind of make it really special. And I really love this. And I'm glad that now I know I can cut this out because
Yeah,
I never know where I have my needles. And I'm always thinking, oh, I don't need it. But yes, I do.
you could put it
So,
right in there.
yes. And then I can cut that out and it'll
You could
be
even
right in here.
put a piece of vellum, I'm saying it right. You could probably, in that window area, if you didn't want the needles to poke out with an open window, you could probably glue a piece of, like on that, when you cut that paper out for the window, you could probably put a piece of plastic vellum or vellum like there to where those needles don't poke through. You know what I mean? Make it your own window with a sheer something. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I went to Walmart and I bought this big pack of needles.
Mm-hmm.
So on one of your previous Christmas kit, I believe it was from last year,
Yes.
you sent some extra fabric along with the pack.
Yes.
And I saved this beautiful piece here. So what I'm thinking of doing, I went in here and I did the same thing. I think this is a needle, something with needle. I went in there with gold. So I'm trying to break up this big needle pack. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to somehow make like a fabric pocket or something where I can maybe a piece of felt, but then I'm going to cover it with this extra fabric that you added in your pack. And I'll stick some needles and I'll do that with the different types of, what do you call these? Are these needle keeps or,
Those are like
you know,
needle packs. They're pretty much their vintage needle packs. That's how they got their needles from the store. Like you just showed us a modern day needle pack. It's on the table. It's
yes.
That's a modern day needle pack. What you're holding in your left hand is the actual vintage style needle pack. That is how you got your needles from the store.
And I love it because I'm trying to teach my nieces how to sew. And I thought these would be so perfect to break up this big pack give them different size needles. And, just even if you make a little journal, a little packet, so then that way they know basic sewing skills and they have their supplies. So I just thought this was the most loveliest free download that you have given. I mean, you're so generous. And I just was super excited about all of this. So much you can do. And I did print out the rest of the needle books, and look how beautiful they are.
Aren't they gorgeous?
They're absolutely gorgeous.
So
I
the
have,
one to the left that's on the table, that's the inside of one of them. So you see what I'm saying? How it is if you fold that the opposite direction. So if you put that on the inside of one of the other ones, the pretty girl ones, see the one with the girl? Yep, put that inside, glue that together, or sew it together, whatever you want. Open it up, and you see those little squares? Those little needle packs that are vintage, you're telling me, they go into those little windows. See those little square
wow.
windows? There you go. And that's how a needle book was, you got one. A lot of hardware stores or grocery stores back in the day, they would give those away to their customers,
How beautiful.
right?
Oh my goodness. This is just so, so sweet. I just couldn't
And you
believe it.
can put
So,
pages in it, and you can even do, like, for instance, I don't know if you guys follow Jessica. Well, once back in the day, her name's Jessica McCoolmom, but she goes by Jessica Paper Terrace, I think. I'll put her link down below. She did, I gave her the needlebook download to do as she pleases, and she's been using it for her Patreon. If you're not her Patreon or part of it, you guys want to follow her, I'll put her link down below. Anything you do helps. She's got great creative, crafty ideas. And this needlebook you're showing, that you're learning about, she had created hers into like little mini notebook, which was really cool. Like you can make a little
oh,
notebook for your pocket, or a little children's little play notebook, which was really cool. So let me go ahead and find Jessica's link. I'll put her in there for you guys.
yes. And I have these, what are these? These, I know they have a name. These are thread, but these are, I think, embroidery thread.
Yes, back at the masonry, if you read the tag, it probably says masonry thread or Coates and Clark, or there's other companies as well, masonry. So what it is, it's pretty much, it's embroidery thread, but it is like a combination of polyester or cotton. I'm sure it's probably polyester. The old is definitely cotton, Coates and Clark's especially. But that there is, some of it has a coating on it. It all depends on which year, but it is. It's like people used it for doing doilies or darning things. Obviously not nylons, but yes. So, but yes, it's great for binding, or sorry, doing signatures.
Yes, and I just thought that, even if I were to use one of these and just, wrap some around so that each of my niece can have something, because I do know that their grandmother used to embroider. So I just thought that this kit was lovely because I have 9 nieces. So that's a lot of things to do, and they know I like to make handmade things, but I thought this was just the perfect size project to really make sure that each one of them gets something special, but it's not overwhelming for me to not do my, day-to-day tasks. So yeah, so that's so far the things that I have gathered, based on all these beautiful digitals that you have gifted us, Salena. And just also FYI, whenever you have any blooper papers or any, you know, keep those scraps because they come useful. They can be very useful. Like, I'm not going to leave this white. What I will do is do the same thing. I'll glue this down, and it just gives it you can ink it as well, but I just want to use up these scraps. I just think they give a very special touch. I mean, this may be too grungy for some, but you can always use a lighter side. So all my blooper papers, I I don't throw them out. I used to
I don't
say,
blame you.
yeah, I'm like, oh my goodness, why did, but I just said, you know what, I'm not going to throw them out. Good thing I didn't, because they come so handy in all sorts of projects. So that was just kind of something I wanted to share. So this is all I've gotten so far, and as far as and obviously I did need step by steps, but I love how you can improvise. Like I said, even though I did not know the layout of the needle book, how you showed, Salena,
Yeah.
this is where those scrap papers can come to the rescue, because it's still just darling, and you can still, add, make it personal. Um, but yeah, so that's all I have so far. Thank you so much for the opportunity to show my excitement on what you shared with us here, Salena. And thank
No,
you,
it's
Kathy.
awesome. I'm glad that you were able to show. I say stay on because I have some things I wanted to tell you. One of the people viewing, I forgot who it was. I was waiting because I wanted you to be able to say what you had to say. But they asked that paper, do you sell that paper or make that paper or offer to sell that kind of paper? Or where do how do you do it? And do you have tutorials on it that you use as the lining of that one needle book?
Oh, okay. So I do sell it. And it was kind of by mistake, in the sense of I never had the intentions to sell it. It is time consuming. So I've sold it before. I do have an upcoming sale that I plan on doing some shabby Christmas.
Oh, how cool.
So just an example is, like, for example, this music book, this music page. I go in and I gold it. And what I'm trying to do is different type of selections, if that makes sense. Instead of just this type of paper, I want to give tracing paper, music paper, um, regular sheet paper. I have also linen paper. I'm
Mhm.
experimenting with all of these different type of papers, and it is really fun for me to do. And I am trying to, offer it more frequently, but it is time consuming. So I try to make sure that I have enough to offer. And what I do is I do direct sales. So what I do is I do through YouTube, showing what I have available, and then you reach out to me. I just recently opened up an LLC for that very reason. Uh, so yes, I do
Okay.
offer that. So if anyone is interested, I'm taking names, so then that way I know I have enough packs to offer. And you can reach me. There's a video that I have that has my email address, but I believe in my YouTube channel there is that. So if there's a way, Salena, that people can
Yeah.
reach me, so then that
So
way I
what
can
I
give
will
them that.
do, yes, Marjorie, what I'll do, because I know you really couldn't really check out comments and show what you're doing at the same time. I have a list of people here. I've been highlighting who's interested. What I can do is everyone who's in this room that I did highlight who is in the room for this live, I will send you their names. If you guys are okay with that, comment in the comments. If you don't want me to send your name or information to her for this, then I won't. But I've in this message board, I will put Marjorie, your YouTube channel in there. Or if you guys can, if you could click right on the right-hand side of her name, you can join that way as well. But either way, I will reach out to you guys if you guys want me to, of her information. So it gives her time to not only to see how many people, see what she has to do, because like I agree with Marjorie, a lot of really cool, unique things like this that we normally don't see usually takes time. It takes resources, and she's going to need to source those things and have the time to do it. So I think it's awesome that you guys want to support her and do that. So if I can get at least the names, and yes or no if you want to be on that list for me to give, but I would love to set that up. Sound like a plan, Marjorie?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone in the chat that I was not able to read. I really do appreciate it. As I mentioned before, this is new to me, and I am very thankful. This has been like a very healing therapy for me, creating. So I am very thankful for that. So thank you for the comments. Since Salena mentioned that there were a lot of positive comments, I do appreciate that. So
There
so
it
much
is.
again.
When you go into the room, you can read them too, and you can reply and comment as well when you're off. But I was going to tell you, I'll leave your window up in case you have, if you want to show something more, if you did want to come back on, you're in, so you don't have to get off if you don't want to. You could always click back on that link when you're ready, so if that makes sense. you feel free to click that link. That link is yours for this entire live if you have more to say. But before you go, I noticed that, which I'm going to put the window onto my countertop, because there's another piece, the needle packs that you did see that holds the needles. I seen you had a paper on that, this piece right here. I'm going to put the window back on to you, which I guess I could do both of us here. I wonder if I can do it this way. Nah, it's going to give all of us. But I'll just put it on you here. Hang on a second. So if you grab that, you see how it's one long piece. Now I had the picture on you. See, you put the top and bottom together. It was one long piece when you cut it out. Do you remember? Like on the download? Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you put the front and back. One front has the pretty lovely lady on front or something, is the long one. Looks like you cut it short. Or no, there it is. Okay. Put those two together, and I'm going to put the window to me. All right. So those are the two pieces that you see. Here's the one side, right? And then this is the opposite side, which I need to close up because the needles are falling out of this original one. This is the
Wow.
inside, right? So you're putting the two pieces together. But before you put those two pieces together, this inside has like a little cut slit that is right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's right around there on your download, which opens a window. And the same thing for the opposite side, has a cut slit that you can open up. But before you put those two pieces together, if you just simply sew or glue the edges, or just one side edge and leave one side open like this. Hang on, I'll open it up here for you. Like a booklet, you know, if you glue one side down and not the other, you can put needles in it. I guess when I did the download, it's possible I should have, what I should have did, which I can do the comment, guys, if you guys want me to do another download for you guys. I could have opened this entire thing up like this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you guys see that okay? Instead,
Yes.
I just did front and back. If I did this download for you guys, the front and back, where you can cut your slits, all you simply do, I'm flipping it, is you fold the seams. The needles go on the inside, which that is this here. This is another needle booklet. The needles go on the inside facing down. You can fold that download like that, and then you'll have your front and your back. And this folds like this, and that folds like that. But when you open it up, it's a neat little needle pack inside the needles. And
That
this
is
is on paper that's like, it's like rice paper. It's really thin. So imagine you could print it out on maybe, hopefully, can you do rice papers with a download like this with dark ink? Would it bleed through? I don't know. I'm interested to know. It's like really waxy and really, I wonder if it'll give it a shiny look too, because it's really goldish tint to it. So that's what that was. I only scanned this and this. I figured you guys can create your own something out of it.
it's really neat. And it's
Cool.
beautiful. That's what inspired me to add gold to the design. So I
Yeah,
really loved it so much. So I'm not sure if you
good.
can see, because my lighting is pretty dark. So I don't want to strain anyone's vision, but I went in there with gold because I love the design. It was just so beautiful. And if I'm going to give it to my nieces, I want them to just, really be encouraged to use it. So
Yes.
just the way you showed it on the video there, oh wow, that's just so beautiful. This is the only side I didn't do. I did the smaller side, but I'm glad that you showed me the different folds because that makes sense where I can put these together. I
Yes.
love them.
You know, I took it for granted. I didn't realize that a lot of people don't know what needle booklets are. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen all these things growing up, you know, like these are things of my past, you know, like I'm familiar with. So I guess I took it, I just assumed everyone knew. But I'm glad that you came on because I assumed everyone knew. So at least I was able
No.
to hear, you know, like what to do, especially that large needle book. This one, right? You know, I'm gonna get the camera back on me. This one, I mean, this was a really cool one. I really thought this would be really neat for you guys to turn it into a little book, you know, that
Oh, yeah.
closes up without a tie, without a snap, without a hitch post, you know what I mean? Like it was just perfect enough. I think it'd be cool if someone made one for Valentine's Day, and you can print this off like this, but it would be nice if they added a Valentine's touch to it. I think would be cool. You know,
I think
I don't know if
yes,
anyone's seen the back side of that, but look how rich and gorgeous that is.
it is
The
beautiful. In fact,
download is beautiful, isn't it?
it is. And that's another reason why I added gold onto this as well. But when you mentioned Valentine's, I thought of, there's some pin needles that have like pearled hearts on top. That would be
Mm-hmm.
really sweet to just have
Yes,
something beautiful and pink and just have those beautiful heart push pin needles or
yes.
yes,
Some
Selena,
people do
for sure. I'm a
stenciling.
newbie. I don't say that
That's
to
okay. Have you seen where they do stenciling and they do all kinds like gel art? What do they call that? Somebody help me here. Someone, we got some
jelly
journalists.
print.
It's like a gel print thingy, and it'd be cool if some hearts with tinted gold. Like it's like a.
Yes.
They have all
Yes,
kinds of cool things.
exactly. So this to me is so versatile too, because you're showing me how it originally looks. But how versatile is this? You just mentioned the Valentine's, but
Hmm.
so many, even for Christmas, this is very
Yeah,
also regal looking and just
yeah.
with the rich gold touch, but it's very special. So I think that is very, very versatile. And, with the kits that you offer, you're so generous with the fabrics and just, snippets or little crochet doilies. There's just so much, even a beautiful small crochet doilies, and then just putting the heart pins in there.
Hmm.
For the ladies in the chat, Selena, obviously we know her, but she has so many amazing things in her shop. And I mean, I'm talking about small little bits and bobs, buttons, all sorts of things. So this kit that she offered are a perfect place to house those smaller bits or smaller doilies. So I just wanted to mention that because it's really phenomenal what you have offered, what you offer in your store, and how versatile it is.
Well, that is
Oops,
my
hello.
goal, is
Oh,
variety for variety type of crafts and stuff. And having a lives like this, I think is awesome because then, I mean, you guys are teaching me things. Like, for instance, the chat is saying gel print. So the art I was just trying to explain, which you probably were like, oh yeah, gel print, is a thing they do that helps put those really cool things and designs. I mean, it's like bringing all you guys on have different ideas, different crafts, and I love being able to put like you on Marjorie, that I can put you on to where you can show me like you have showed something that I would never have thought of doing. Like, right, guys in the room, I would have never thought of doing that paper in the back to give it a really cool texture on the inside. Really, really cool. And it's so cool that we could also help give you input of ideas. Like, for instance, that thing, if you do that slit and you can enclose it, you can also put a button on the top. You know what I mean? They all have those felted circles, that you put the little felted dots. They have them in the crafty section, the little tiny little felt dots that are Velcro, and they close together. Have you seen those before?
yes.
That would be cute on that little lip coming down. But yes, would it take away the vintage look? Probably. But some people who want a closure like that, they can do that as well.
Yeah, but it also it may take the vintage away, but it can also add a personal touch if you're giving it. Because I'm thinking of, you just mentioned that, and I'm thinking of like maybe even vintage buttons
Oh yes,
or broken
rhinestone.
jewelry. This is what it is.
Yeah,
This is broken
broken
jewelry, but
jewelry, like from a brooch, something lightweight. They make
yes,
rhinestone buttons that maybe the back shank is removed and it's flat. Would be cool. Earrings, vintage earrings that are small with the backings off. Yes, pretty. Or a shell, mother of pearl. I mean, that's
oh,
pretty too. With
it,
maybe like if you're doing Valentine's Day, you could probably do the threading through the mother of pearl red if you wanted to.
oh, that is sweet. Yes, and they do have
Threading.
mother of pearl hearts, all
Mm,
sorts of, or even just fabric. If you have fabric flowers,
mm-hmm.
it's very versatile. So this is to me very versatile, and even if these are also type of things that you can mass make. There's a
Mhm.
lot of times that we go about town, like let's say you go to an appointment or you're waiting for something, and you know, not all the times, but sometimes you have a good conversation with a stranger, and
Yes.
it's just a very heartfelt, you know, conversation. And in my mind, I almost feel like, oh man, I wish I can keep in contact, or even if not keep in contact of, I always want to leave a something personable, something positive. And now when I started crafting and creating, I said, wow, how nice would it be to, like, let's say, make tags or something, have it on a binder. And if you do have a conversation with someone and it was uplifting, or you notice that they needed how sweet would it be for you to hand them something and say, hey, this is handmade and I just want you to have it, you know, and I hope you have a wonderful day. So
Yes.
this is what came to mind when you shared this with us. I just thought of my nieces, but I, you know,
I think
for you.
also, if you go a step further with that too, I mean, I have two things. One is if you're a shop owner, say if you're a shop owner and you want something that's inexpensive and easy to do, that would put, like, say your shop information, name, a thank you note, but yeah, it's in a gift for your customer. Like, say for instance, you're making those papers that people are gonna want those papers from you, and you're gonna buy them from you. I mean, something like that you can even do with your shop information inside, because originally these needle books are for advertisement for companies. They would give them away to customers, and they were like, it felt awesome knowing they got a needle book that they could put in their purse. Because back in the day, that's what women did. They darned their nylons, they, whatever, they patched things, and they had those needle books in their purse. And shops like grocery stores and stuff would give them away with their advertisement on there on purpose. Like, for instance, that here, I'll show you. If I'm not mistaken, I think one of these has advertisement for a company. Which one is it? Here we go. I mean, it's a needle book for women, but the advertisement is City Coal Yard. Because the
Oh,
gentleman who had that coal yard knew that giving this to that man's wife was going to bring them back. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So these
good
were
point.
advertisements. So, like you just said, not only given away for gift, where you can mass make these, you can mass make these as a shop owner and put in like your little card in there, like this. You have this cute little booklet made up, them sewn up, and with the little thank you note on the inside and folded up is an extra special touch. If I had the time, I'd do it, but I had no time to do that. But that is an also special thing to do to personalize your items in your shop.
Absolutely. That
Mhm.
that is a wonderful idea, and that is a very, very good point, because even though it's coal, you know, that's true. The
Cool.
wife is, yes,
Yeah,
when the husband talks and says something, oh, well, you know what? I have information. Let me call them up. So that is a very,
that's right.
very good point. Yeah.
Right.
So that
Making the husband happy is the wife's happy, the husband's happy. Very,
exactly.
very clever.
Absolutely.
On a little
Yeah.
girly needle card. How funny is that, right?
Absolutely. Yes. So that is, you know, just one final thing that I
Yeah.
wanted to show.
No
This
hurry.
is
We're in no hurry here.
okay. Yeah. This is a tragedy, but for some reason I love it. So this is just a paper that got stuck as I was trying to make this paper, because I've done the gold, but I'm working with pearl paint, and I don't know why I love this, but I do, even though it's a very, very sad situation here. But believe it or not, like, let's say this beautiful, I mean, it's just so darling. I mean, this whole image right here, it's blue, but then there's peekaboos of pink on the trim of her dress, and there's a pink bow. And sometimes I love matching, but sometimes it's good to just do something completely different. So, like, let's say inside here, my plan, now that I know, before I knew what you shared with me, Salena, about the mismatch thing here that I did, but my idea was to use this here and actually paste it down, because it has a really good texture. This is linen paper. So although it's delicate, it's pretty, I guess the fiber makes it, but I like the texture of it and I like the sheen of it. So these are the type of things that, I mean, my husband would say, throw that out. Like, what are you doing? But how sweet is it to just, open this beautiful needle book? I mean, I know it looks really like a hot mess right now, but let's use our imagination. Let's pretend that, it's nice paste, right on here, and it's okay. See, before it would bother me that this is torn, but what I learned is that once you start pasting things down, these won't stay it's not going to be a hole. It's just going to be smooth, but it is going to add texture and it is going to feel so nice. So I use cardstock on this, and those are just simple things. Even if you were to do this and let's say cut this paper, you can make so many different booklets and hand it off to your granddaughters. Your granddaughters can hand it over to a friend in school. And it just makes it very, very special. Something so simple, but I think it adds a really personal touch when you're making something handmade. And for me, I will be honest, when I first started creating and I started seeing how so many people are really talented, it's almost intimidating where you don't want to do anything. But I had very, very inspiring people, Salena, including you, uh, that has encouraged me and said, just go ahead and do your thing. And so, with the help of just so many encouraging ladies in my life in the crafting world, I just said, okay, you know what? It's really about the heart of what you're doing. And so I just want to encourage each and every single one of you, just just create, because it really means a lot when the person receives it. I gave a handmade gift to my niece. It was her birthday this past weekend. The way her eyes lit up when she found out that I handmade that gift for her is just truly, it's better to give than to receive. So I just want to encourage each of you ladies to just sit down, forget about everything else, and just create what's in your heart, and it's going to be so special. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yes,
So
I agree.
yes,
I think you started off that conversation that your disaster that came out to be a wonderful creation and idea, and it ended with to share and to be helpful to others. And which I think it's funny you said that, because most things in life that become is a disaster end up becoming a beautiful creation once you're open-hearted and giving and creative. Even once you allow people in your life, like moments like now, and you share, even regardless of your fear of anything, fear of being live, fear of showing what you're doing, especially today in our way of life and social media with such critical and mean people out there. It's just once you open that door in your life and you allow yourself to do exactly what you're telling us, it becomes a blessing and you reap the reward of it. So you reap the joy of those little children who are just thrilled of what you did. And then you get the benefit, the best benefit of all, the giving, the reward, the purpose. It's like a purpose, especially when you don't
correct.
have a whole lot in your life. And so, yeah, I think it's a beautiful how you said that.
Absolutely. Thank you
Mistakes are
so
not a
very
bad
much.
thing. Mistakes are not a bad thing. I mean, that's how creations are made. Most creations are made by mistakes. Most, like, for instance, when I do things for the shop, like when I create your guys' kits, oh, if you guys can see me on video, I think you guys would laugh most of the time. I'm either talking to myself, I'm throwing things, I am crying, I'm like sweating it, and I'm, sleeping on the table. Those things happen with a bunch of trial and errors. And that comes with creating anything. It's just, it comes to be the most beautiful thing. And I find, like you just said, after creating such the most beautiful things, that came with tears and frustration. And then when you give it away, some people can't do that. It becomes a special person like you, to accept that gift, by giving it away, regardless of what the person's reaction is going to be. If a kid rips it up and throws it away or what, it doesn't matter. It's just the fact that it was your journey, it's your therapy.
Exactly. Absolutely. And so this is from this very short time I've been creating or crafting or for about a year in this fashion. And there has been many people that they have been in this journey of creating for over a decade, and they have shared with me that they get intimidated, they're uncertain. And I was so surprised because I'm like, I look up to everything you make. How could this even be possible? So I learned that we are hard on ourselves sometimes, more often than we think. And so instead of knowing that information, what I've learned is to really, really encourage and inspire others. It's the best exercise is just creating and not overthinking. Now, obviously, practical planning, sure, because you need to know like what type of material, you kind of need to know what are you striving for. But a lot of times is you're creating for someone or you're creating for fun out of love. And I think that that's the best place to start. So just even like I said, you offered this, Salena, and I remember that in one of your videos you said that this was kind of like the first time that you've done this. And look how amazing this is, because just even us talking here, I'm like, wow, what if I wanted to make a little dangle with this, or some type of, wouldn't it be beautiful to kind of just house it in here? I mean, if I lined it appropriately, that's just such a beautiful way of giving a gift,
Yeah.
instead of just a standard like box or what have you, just something that they can hang it wherever they wish. Let's say my niece is in college. She likes hanging things like in her car or in her book bag. This is a broken jewelry, so it's not, where she can, I can tie it up and she can put it in her book bag. So instead of just giving it to her in like in a bag, this will be such a beautiful presentation, if I line it, and so just those type of things. If we don't overthink it in the sense of how you mentioned before, like what if they receive it and throw it out? It doesn't matter, because when you apply the energy to make the presentation to the loved one, that is a gift in itself. So I just wanted to encourage everyone to really enjoy, forget about the negativity. There's already going to be negativity. We already sometimes doubt ourselves, like, really, am I going to keep this? If I overthink it, I may throw it out. But because I didn't overthink it, I'm glad, because you offered this, Salena, and now I have an idea for it. So you see how things turn out. You did something out of the generosity and kindness of your heart, and that made this idea that I had possible to use this, because I'm like, I don't want to throw it out. So I mean, even that color, just
Yes, the
that
ivory
that's a good.
green together. There's something about that those two tones. But I agree with you. I think because I reap the benefit of I get the stuff that is hard to find, stuff that most people don't want to cut or rip or tear up and then put into packs or sections and scrap packs, snippet packs, strips, whatever. I pretty much cut everything and rip everything. But my job is doing that, finding it, sourcing it, obviously sharing it to where you get to reap the benefit of that gift, giving and creation. And it gives you something to do. It's almost like a therapist, like I get to retail therapy, I guess, to provide that part where you can put your hands to something and create some beautiful things. And things like that's why I'm like doing this live. And I like to do this. I love to do this weekly where I bring on many people to share what they do, because you're sharing things that I would never have thought of doing. And it gives me ideas on what I can source and what I can bring to the shop to help benefit you guys to do better. Like the denim packs, I have denim packs coming up where I have a lot of people have been asking that make blue jean patches and the denim is like huge going on right now. So I'll be putting that in the shop next. So it's just, it helps, gives me ideas to help source you guys for what you're needing for your project. So yeah, it's like a one big circle of creation.
Absolutely. I agree. And I just wanted to mention one more thing because I am new to sewing, although I did get a new machine, but I need to take classes.
Mhm.
Just in case there's anyone out there that they're like, oh, okay, but I don't want to sew through the needles. I wanted to share that I got this gold washi tape on Amazon. You can even use this and just do a hinge, what is it called, hinge binding. you I have these scrap papers, as I mentioned. I confess that I hold on to scrap papers, but you can just make so many different things, and you don't have to be intimidated. Because the reason why I say this is because as soon as I would see a video and someone's like, oh, I sewed it with my sewing machine, I would just stop watching the video, and I'm like, I can't do that. So I just wanted to, just in case, because although I'm saying that I'm new, but who knows? Once upon a time, I was so new that, I was intimidated when I did not have the material that the video was saying, well, you need this and you need a machine. And don't feel intimidated by that. You can always compromise. You can always find a different way of putting something together. So I just wanted to just share that information just in case there is a newbie. Maybe I'm the only one, I'm not sure, but just in case.
You're not, I mean, you're new to some things, but no, yeah, washi tape, you guys can tie them in, like you said, with that embroidery floss or that masonry threading that by Coates and Clark. I mean, there's different ways of doing it, but I was going to encourage you. I know the fear of a sewing machine, but if you do get your hands on a sewing machine, say a new one, I'm only saying practically if it's a new one, say you get one for under $100 or something at Walmart, and you bring it home. Nowadays machines, not the ones from resale shops or hand-me-down ones, when you get a new machine from the store, it's already ready for you to go. I mean, most of them you just obviously use to put the thread through. It's pretty simple, and they got awesome YouTube tutorials on how to thread your machine. But most of them, the bobbins are ready for you, already in the machine, and so all you do is turn the machine on and just sew down that middle within seconds. It's like, bam, done. So maybe one day you'll venture and do it.
Yes, yes. I am self-taught, but I'm trying to get better, because I need to learn the tension. I need to learn how to thread a bobbin, properly. But
Seems
I'm gonna sign up
intimidating.
myself for classes, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it seems intimidating, but like I said, most new machines, the tension's ready for you to go. Paper and cotton, like fabric, sewing minus obviously heavyweight fabrics like say denim or jeans, and like wool. Of course, you have to change your tension. I don't recommend changing any tension unless you have like 3 or 4 papers together, or like you said, doing a journal, like going down the middle of a signature. Sure, do your tension. Usually most tension is at a 3.5 or like at a 6 on a dial, if you have a dial. But you can just move it a little bit at a time if you have a dial up to where you need to widen it. Or if you have a digital, 4.5 on a digital is usually the perfect stitch width when it comes to sewing a journal cover together, or say tying in a small signature. I mean, sorry, sewing in a small signature. So maybe I should do a video on that sometime. That'd be a great
Yeah.
one.
But you know what I did, Selena? Believe it or not, I got myself in the worst pickle ever, because when I first purchased a sewing machine, I didn't use it until my children got older. And when they did get older, I used metallic gold thread. And for some reason or other, that's what I first self-taught myself, sewing, when I started doing junk journaling. So I would take ephemera, like let's say something similar to this, or pretty something like this. I would sew gold thread, metallic thread. And so my machine it wasn't new, right? So I bought it, pre-used. So for some reason, it's like I don't want to use anything else but gold thread. So I bought a new machine and I signed myself up for sewing classes. but that's my own fault. So that's why I say, I'm like, why did I have to start with, because I hear that metallic thread is very finicky and you have to pay attention to the thread, to the tension. And I was able to self-teach that. I mean, obviously I was able to manage sewing it. So that's why I said that I got myself into a pickle, but I'm very optimistic now. And, you know, I'm no longer looking at it as intimidating, because the more I do that, the less likely I'm going to sew. So that's why I'm excited with what you're doing here, because it's really just pushing me out of my comfort zone. And I've been pushed out of my comfort zone since I started crafting. So I'm very thankful
Yeah.
for that. So I'm thankful for you and all the ladies that have channels here. I will be following, because like I said, I'm a student and I love to learn, and I appreciate all the ladies taking out time, because I do have YouTube videos, and I do know
Mm-hmm.
that that's time consuming and makes me appreciate even more of what I see, you know, like for example, what Kathy was doing with the needle book, you know, because I'm just like, oh, I want to have that. I want to do that. And I just so appreciate it. So thank you.
Are you still there? It's almost like you froze up. Hello, hello. Looks like she froze up. I was just getting ready to go to the machine for her. You there, hon? Okay, we'll wait till she comes back on. Maybe her Wi-Fi. But I went to the sew machine just in case she jumps back on. We'll talk more with her. Yeah, I see that. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, I put it to the machine because I think the majority of people have a tendency to um, be unaware about threading. You know, it's not necessarily the it being metallic thread. Let me get some metallic thread really quick. Okay, this is the first time I had the camera on the sewing machine, so hopefully this will show up. I don't know if it can show you guys. Here's some metallic thread. This is red metallic. Here's some gold metallic. Maybe I can give a helpful thing to her until she comes back. Maybe we'll see her here in a minute. It's okay. It's okay. Now that she's in the room, guys, you can see her name's down there. It says Gilded Inspirations. Now, if you right-click on her name or near her name, she has a YouTube channel. That is a great spot where you guys can follow her, reach out to her, especially for those who are wanting those papers that she has offered when she went live. So don't forget to guys to give her a warm welcome for coming live and sharing her heart. I mean, it takes a lot for a person, especially a newbie at this, to share her work and then express her heart and feelings. So guys, give her a good welcome. That is really thoughtful of her, and it takes a lot to do that. So I'm thankful to have her on. So back to metallic thread. Maybe this might be helpful for those who are live right now. I know we didn't mean to get off into this, but this is maybe something that could help somebody in the room today. Now, it's not the thought of, metallic thread being in your machine is the issue. The issue is if you're going to use metallic thread for the top here, for the top layer of your project, because when you are sewing, pretty much, okay, pretty much, if you have a piece of paper, if you're going to sandwich something together, there's a top thread and there's a bottom thread. Does that make sense? Maybe here for the sewers. Let me turn around here. So the bottom thread is your bottom. The top thread is obviously your top thread. I don't know if there's a name for that one. There probably is, and I don't know. Top thread, bottom thread. Bottom thread is your bobbin. It's a cute little bobbin case down there. Usually when you buy your machine, it's already in there ready to go. So the reason why I'm saying the issue of metallic thread is not the issue in your machine. It doesn't matter what tension you have it on. Is it beneficial to have maybe the tension at a 3.5, at a 4.0, or if you have a dial, a 4 or a 5? 6 is wider. But is that if you're going to do metallic thread on your project and you're going to put it at the top, you're going to want the same thread in your bobbin. Does that make sense? The reason why I'm telling you that is because if you have a cotton thread or a polyester thread, here we go. got some threads here. Cotton thread. If you guys feel threads, you know cotton is soft, right? Polyester is a little bit more silkier. Metallic is coarse, right? Think about it. Like, if you're going to have one thing loop into another thing, and they're two different fibers, just like felt. Like, you guys know felt or wool is soft, but it's rough. It has like a grainy feel, and then cotton is soft, but it's a tight woven. You're putting a needle with a thread through the two of those. I mean, like, for instance, if the thread is like, that's wool and that's cotton, they're not going to twine well. They're going to rub wrong, they're going to move wrong, they're not going to shift right, and the needle's going to push it through there and it's going to feel weird. So if you're going to do any project, make sure your top thread is the same as your bottom thread. It doesn't matter about the color. You can have different colors. You can have the same color. If it's metallic though, metallic top, metallic bottom. That will help you start there first. And before you start your project, make sure you get the same paper or fabric that you are using in that project to test on it first. So therefore, you can test your different tensions if you need to. I wouldn't touch anything until you do your first stitch line with your metallic and metallic and see how it turns out. And if you're having a rough issue, the first thing I would suggest before touching any dials or any tension is to change out your needle, because most cases people don't change out their needle ever. And I recommend in most projects, especially like the projects you guys are doing, get a universal needle. It's pretty nice. If you're going to use denim or heavyweight fabrics, obviously get a denim heavyweight fabric needle. I would, if you're having troubles, even after you do your same kind of threads at the top, at the bottom, you're going to want to, I would say, change your needle before you touch any dial. Why mess with anything? Eliminate one thing at a time. You did the thread, right? Do the needle, change out your needle. Nothing like a fresh needle. Think about it. If you're like a runner and you run, you're not going to wear those same freaking shoes months after months. I think most runners, it's every 2 to 3 months they switch out their shoes. There's a reason for it. It's worn out, man. Like, if you're using paper and glue and all that, imagine the tip of that needle is digging into there. It's going to catch, it's going to hold that thread, it's going to snag things, and you're going to have a terrible issue. So don't blame your tension. I mean, I would blame your needle first. And then after I do the needle, get that piece of test fabric out, run it through that machine again, and see how it looks. Now, if you notice, oh, wow, that is better, but the stitches are pretty tight and they're kind of bulking, then there's an issue. Now, if you see your piece of paper or your fabric and say the top stitches look, gosh, they look amazing. Well, when you think top stitches, right, it's your top thread. He's fine. He's doing just fine. Now, if you notice you flip your project and your stitches are like this, it became a disaster. It ate it. It's bulking. It's bulging. That is your bobbin. Your bobbin's having an issue. So therefore, you need to take your bobbin out, take an air can, air out that area, because most likely if you're using paper and stuff, lint and everything gets down in there. It becomes a mess. And do that. Take your little test fabric or paper again, run it through, see how the stitch work looks. If it looks good, wow, you did good. If it doesn't and it's doing the same thing, your next thing to do is remove that bobbin, get a fresh new bobbin, rewind your bobbin again. Because sometimes, even though you use that bobbin threader at the top, it didn't wind it right, and you want to make sure it's wound right. Then you put it in there, you get that freaking test paper again or your fabric, run it through, and you're like, oh my gosh, it worked. Worst case, it doesn't work. I can't help you there when it comes to the bottom threading, because then there's some major issues going on down there. But if your threading's fine here and it's fine there and it's kind of maybe a little tight, but they're still coming together, then that's your tension. That is only when you have a tension problem. Again, don't touch your tension to the very end. The only way you would want to touch your tension is when you have tight stitches on top and bottom. That's it. Is that helpful? I hope that made some kind of sense. And let me see what you guys have said in the comments. Hope I didn't miss anything. All right, what did I miss? Anyone had any questions? Let's see here. All right. Hope I didn't lose too many people on that helpful example. All right, no questions. I guess I did good then. All right. Most of you guys probably already knew that. That'd be even better. All right, so if there's a specific brand of needle and thread you recommend for making junk journals, sewing paper, etc. Okay, I'm not a big journaler, but I do know as a quilter is cotton thread is awesome, but cotton over years, most quilters don't use it as much. So this is a controversial subject, but I can give you the facts. Let's start there. Polyester does not rot. Cotton does. And so quilting over the years has changed. A lot of people use polyester because it's durable and it doesn't rot. A lot of times when you go to the store, you see Coats and Clark or Dural Duty. It's an all-purpose. So if I would recommend using your machine for sewing projects, I would say an all-purpose polyester. Now, what's this one? Coats and Clark is the same company as Dual Duty. I didn't know that. But yeah, see, 100% polyester is the best. Just saying. Working with silk thread and say metallics are a little tough. You can still use both with a universal needle. But the thing is, think about it. When a thread is soft, it shifts, just like grandmother's scarf, right? It moves, it shifts. So it's in that needle, it's going to shift a little bit. So when you are using metallic thread, make sure those threads are tight before you start sewing. Like, give it a little tautness. Don't let it loose. Like, for instance, for your foot, I wonder if I can get close up on my foot here. I wonder if I can get close. All right, let's take this thing apart. There we go. Let's remove the long arm. I'm going to bring it close up to you. Let's see here. This works. Ah, there we go. I'm going to run it into your face. Let's see here if I hold still. Okay. So, for instance, oh, I don't have nothing threaded. Here we go. Let's thread some metallic. Give you a better example, right? Let's get some metallic in here. You know, cotton, you know, and polyester is soft. Let's see if I can get, I don't know if I can show you guys in camera at all. You can even see how even, no, you can't even see it. Something dark. Maybe this will help. Here's some metallic and here's some. We can do this, guys. Bear with me. So I don't know if you guys can see that all right. See how the silk one, it just twists and turns. It's doing the same thing in your needle, see? It's soft, it's silky. Cotton, this one's cotton on the left. It's laying flat, right? But the same thing it's going to do in your needle. So when we put this through, let's see here, I'm going to bypass all the other spots here. See if I can try to bypass it. Up, down, and all around. I'm not teaching you that. Let's see here. Let's thread this through. So I'm not going to thread all the way through, but I just want to show you when you have it on your machine. If you can see that. Can you guys see that okay? All right, so when you have your foot up, and obviously the thread's not in the needle, make sure that the thread is not on front like this. You know, you want to make sure there's this little slit here on your foot. I don't know if you guys can see it. Make sure that thread is always through it. This is just the standard foot, and it's behind your machine. Make sure when you put your project down and your foot down, your thread, I don't think I can see me holding that thread back there. I hold it down so it doesn't move. Because once you put your needle down, that thread's going to move again. So once you put your foot down on your project, I don't know if I'm showing you guys, I apologize. That thread's going to move, and it's probably going to even come forward. Make sure it's always behind, hold it down before you put your project in. It's silky, so if you're using that metallic, make sure it's nice and taut before you do your paper. Does that make sense? Okay, hope that helped without giving you guys too much of a weird shift. Let's see here. Who came in? Who's gone? Yeah, Coats and Clark's is awesome. You can't go wrong. I say polyester. I hope I answered that. I think most machines are just fine, Erica. I mean, it all depends. I think just like with any piece of equipment, you know, if you're doing a sew machine and you bought one of those cute little one-stitch, simple mini sew machines, that's perfect. Especially if you don't need all those fancy stitches and stuff like that. I mean, you just need a basic stitch, right? As long as you take care of it, it will treat you well. Just remember, a sew machine isn't meant for paper. So if you are going to use paper, just like say if you're a runner and you're going to use certain shoes for certain type of running, cross trainers or actually Asics or something for running, You want certain shoes for certain types of, activities, right? Just like sewing. You want different feet for different projects. So say if you just want a basic sewing, you just have the basic, like you get the simple machine, like you said, it's like a little tiny machine. As long as you take care of that foot, that shoe, whatever you want to call it, and take care of that needle, your needle is important. It's like the sole of your shoe. If that thing is given out, it's gonna bend, it's gonna break, it's not gonna make stitches right. So make sure your needle, like the sole of your shoes, are good. And your thread is just like the laces of your shoes. I hope they're making it as simple as possible. So if you get that little simple machine like you're talking about, as long as you take care of it, and before you even sew a project, make sure the lint is out of it, and your machine's covered up so there's no lint or things getting in it, and make sure you properly take care of your machine. Like for instance, say if you're going to use glue in your paper project. If you're going to use glue on a paper project and you're going to use a certain your needle on that, I wouldn't recommend using that same needle for doing a fabric sewing. Make sure you change out your needles for whatever project you're doing, just like people will do with scissors. Like I have a tie on this scissors because I cut only paper with that. I make sure it's a warning, I'm not going to use that on my fabrics because it's dull, it's messy, no different. So I say you can buy the cheapest sewing machine. Sure, it'll work for you as long as you take care of it. I guess that's helpful in some way. Yeah, you don't need no fancy dancy digital workup. I mean, is it nice having a long arm? Sure. Me personally, when I get a machine, say if you are saving up for a machine, the only things you need to think about, don't worry about digital. Digital means more problems in the future. Digital means, it's going to have an issue one day down the road and you're going to have to hire someone to do it. I mean, to dial things, not a bad thing. When you see machines and they say, oh, it's got LD lighting, whatever, it don't mean anything. I still have to use different lights to see that lighting, that LD lighting, which is supposed to be so cool, is really not that cool. It's not enough. I'm sorry, our eyes get bad. We still have an issue. We need more light regardless. So you have certain lights like this here. You just bring your own lights, whatever. So when you get a machine, I would say the most important things to do is get what you're looking for. If you just want simple stitches, get the cheapest one with simple stitches. If you're wanting one that does all these pretty designs, you want all the pretty designs, but you don't need to get more than that for the hoopla. And I say my most important thing is I always get a machine that's lightweight. I have like 5 or 6 machines. This is one of them. This is just the Brothers, and I only do paper with this one. I have a Singer over there down the way. He's fabric, and then I have a Husqvarna, and then that is nothing but my baby for quilting. I have a Foff as well, but for certain projects, like different tools. But yeah, taking care of it takes care of you. Me, ultra lightweight. I can lift this thing. I can put it in my car and put it in a bag. Ultra lightweight. That's all that matters. Make sure it's covered. Take care of it. All right, see what you guys are saying. All right. No, Jennifer. Yeah, that lighting's never enough. Never. Yeah, and not only that, if you're looking to save up for a sewing machine, well, since we're on a machine already, I guess I can do some sewing, right? If you're saving up for a sewing machine, Kay's right. The holidays are coming. Thanksgiving, Amazon is nutsos. I mean, like, they do the best deals too. Even Walmart. I was surprised. Like, I got this one at Walmart. I don't remember what I got it for, but it was like half the price of what it was anywhere else at the time. But it was the holidays. So, I mean, so if you're going to get a machine, wait for the holidays, wait for those sales, and, kind of have an idea what you're looking for, and then you can get it. But Walmart's not a bad place to get a machine. I'm just saying, they do pretty good. Do I have a preference on some machines? Sure, but I don't think it really matters. As long as if you guys are looking for basic stitching and maybe some designs, I think any of them will work. It's fine. So, getting a used one is very tricky. You don't know what happened. I'm not saying it's not a good idea. I mean, is it the best idea for a first time? If you're able to get new, I say get new. But if you have to get used, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, my very first sewing machine, I bought it at a garage sale for $10. So I mean, you just have to, if you get a used one, you just need to look up YouTube. They put your model number in. You can They have videos and stuff that help you get to understand it. It's going to be a little bit more work for you, but that's fine. If you're able to do a little more work and it costs you little to nothing, then go for it. See, I didn't even know what's in here. Oh, look at there. I didn't know that even was there. The letters and stuff. See, some things is just too much, you know, unless you're looking to be an avid quilter or something and you want to do all that fancy dancy stuff. But I do like the long arm. I like that it comes and goes, removes, and it has measuring on there as well. So hope I'm not rambling too much. Yeah, Amazon, especially with that free shipping. Yeah, I mean, it works out great. So I'm sure we got some lurkers. So if you want to be part of the giveaway for today, which before I leave or during this visit, I'm going to be giving it away. But I guess I can show you guys what the giveaway is going to be. If you're lurkers here, it's probably a good time to say hi, hello, because eventually here I will be doing a giveaway before I get off on live. But while I'm getting the giveaway, which I have for you guys comment down below, because there's plenty of guys here right now. We have what, 24 in the room right now. Comment down below, out of you 24 peeps, if you guys won, if you guys like videos like this, and then comment down below what types of themes you want to do next time, quilting, whatever. And if you want to go on live, just like Marjorie did today, Kathy, I'm going to put Kathy on here in a minute if she wants to chat with me at the same time. I thank her for her patience of sticking around. But I'm going to go ahead and get that giveaway to show you guys and explain what it is. And then comment down below. Say hi if you're the lurker. Okay. So you guys have seen this. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to the other camera because that's going to be better. All right. It's going to be upside down. Of course it is. All right. Those guys who have seen the pink kit was released. Was it last night? Woohoo! I know, right? It was so pretty. And then after I show the kit, I want to explain to you guys a gift I got in the mail from Candy, who's in this live, and I don't want to forget to talk about it. I'm going to share that here next, but I'll share that gift. But this is going to be today's giveaway. For those who are sticking around, who's still in the room, who said hi, who actually joined in, we'll be doing a giveaway sometime here coming up very, very soon. I'm not going to say when, if it's the end or whenever, it's coming. So those who know, I did put in the shop the new Holly Hobby pink kit, which you can go to the shop. You guys know where my shop is. All the information should be down below in this live. But I do have where you guys get the needle download, but you can not only get the downloads for all those needle packs you guys seen today and in the past, but you also will get the printout of this one here, where you don't have to go to the print shop. It's already in this kit for you, ready to go. You guys will get the vintage Lady Washington Pearl button cards. Yes, they're vintage. They are not new. So each pack will be getting Lady of Washington Pearl buttons. You get the embroideries, everything you see here. Pretty much everything you see is what you get. So I have this in the shop. I only put 17 in. This one here is today's giveaway at some point, and I hope you guys absolutely love it because I know I do. I know a lot of you guys want this, and a lot of you couldn't get it, but at least maybe somebody in the live today will. Maybe lucky number 13 who is in this room, who knows what I mean. So that's going to be later today. I'm not sure when. I don't know if it's going to be 10 minutes from now, 5 minutes from now, 30 minutes from now. I'm hoping you guys are going to be here for it. So thank you. I love giving. So, all right, I'm going to put Kathy guys on for a little bit more. And then I would like to show you guys a little bit what I was doing with my needle book. Is anyone in this room who is watching want to come in live to show what they're doing with theirs? Because a lot of you guys who are in the live got the download, and I'm curious to see what you guys did. And if you are, comment in the feed so then I can put you guys on. Put one of you on if you want to. So, isn't she pretty? Now, she's one of the kits that I told you guys, I explained earlier, that the most beautiful creations that you do usually are at first a disaster. You want to cry, you want to scream, you want to throw things. Well, Pink, she is one of those. She is one of those on those little frustration lists, because the other ones were easy for me. Pink was a little bit tougher for me because I am not a pink person. So I'm a green person, yellow, blue, you know, I mean, I'm really good with those colors. Pink, I am not a pink person, but a lot of you guys are. So I had to remember I have to present the pink one. So for those, I forgot who was talking about beading on their slow stitching. In this kit also, you get a nice big tube of seed beads of the two-tone color. Like this is pink and green in this kit. I did a whole tube, which usually if you bought this, I forgot, it was like, what, 2 or 3 ounces of seed beads on the internet. They're usually between $6 to $10 just for these beads. And it's a full container of them. And then in the kit, I also put, here is the seed bead needle. I was talking to you guys earlier about, it's on the other side of this big, large one. This large eye one is for the journalers who are in this room who, with the bigger fabrics, want to tie in signatures. It's a larger one. This is the seed bead needle. It's really thin. It's kind of hard to see, but it's long. It picks up those little tiny beads and stuff. So, and then of course I did a spool of threading for you guys as well. I could do embroidery floss, but I found that embroidery floss and seed beads don't really work so well. So this is polyester thread. I found worked better with those seed beads for those who are the beading kind of people or the ones who want to learn to explore beading. So, all right. So who's saying hi, hello? I see some hi, hellos. So we got a Penny. Penny, do you have more than just Penny? And Penny, where are you from? I don't have you on my list of the person I gave a download to. You're new for me in this list. Hey, hi, hello. You're claiming it in Erica. You're funny. Thank you. So there are pink people in this room. So you guys kind of get what I mean. Like it was kind of tough. It's tough doing. My job is to make sure I provide a variety of types for you guys. And when I present stuff in the shop, like for instance, the bohemian fabrics, you guys would think, oh, I'm a bohemian chick. Not necessarily true. I mean, do I like working with all fabrics? Sure. But if I would call it my style, my theme, my colors, no. I love anything retro, Victorian, that kind of eras. I love the 1920s era. I love the reproduction fabrics. So that is more me. But I mean, I have to think outside the box of what I like and think about what you guys want, because that is my job. That is what I do. So pink was outside my comfort zone, and she turned out beautiful. Especially this pearl thing here. Where did that go? Oh my gosh, believe it or not, and I'll give a sneak peek and I'll read what you guys said. This pearl piece here, I don't know if I can show it to you guys. Okay, this pearl piece was quite cool. This here, you can sew it. It's like you can hand stitch it and sew it on. This actually came from a sari scarf. And it's so not bohemian. And it has this different like iridescent type of bead in between the pearl. I don't know if you can see that. But it's a nice, good piece. I think it'd be great on outside of a journal or something. But I put that in there, and believe it or not, that came off a sari scarf. And I was surprised when I seen it. I'm like, nope, you're going in the pink packs. Sorry for you, right? Get it? Sorry. Anyways, I just ripped her up, you know. You guys probably do like the cringe-worthy type of thing by me ripping her up. You're like, don't rip that. And I do. So, okay. Oh, we got Kristen in the house. Kristen, are you wanting to come on live? Guys, I don't think I've seen past live. Kristen was on the very first live I did after 4 years. So let's put Kristen on that list. She's here. Nan, are you still here? Nan Johnson, I hope you are. Kristen is here. Let's put you highlighted. Aw, it's been a while, right, Candy? Karina's in the house. Hey, Karina. I'll put you on the list. You're here. See, my lurkers are coming. Oh, I got to get you guys out of your shell, huh? Yes, I agree. I'm not reading your guys' comments so that I know what's said. Now, do you guys think that Sew Machine was helpful? I mean, I don't want to bore you guys. To me, that's interesting. To some people, it's not. Yeah, I agree, Shanna. I like blue. My favorite color is green. The green kit, guys, is coming up next, and green's my favorite color. So just heads up, green is going to kill it. So green is, I love green. All things purple. Gosh, when I think Holly Hobby, it's hard to find purple. So let me think on that one. If I can do purple, I don't know. However, wait till you see this. Let me go grab it really quick. Oh man, of course I have to move things around. What did I do with you? What did I do? Ugh, going live, I moved my stuff. What not to do when you know your mess and you know where things are at, don't move it. So, thanks, Lena. Oh, there it is. Got it. Remember I told you guys about the disaster of the pink became a beautiful creation? Well, speaking of purple, I was going to put this in a pink and I didn't because it was just too purplish. The soft purples, wait, you guys see these. It just didn't go so well. It just pink is pink, right? But I came across these vintage fabric ribbons. I don't know if you guys can see that okay. This one's fabric. It's kind of a deeper, darker tone. This one's like the eyelet with the ribbon through. That's like a peachier. But these I was going to put in there, but then it just didn't do well. But I love that gingham purple. So I do have some purple, but I need to look at the fabrics. And then I need to look at Holly Hobby and see if there's any purple, which I don't think there is. I'm just saying I can't think of purple for Holly Hobby. I'll look though. I will see. Maybe I get. Hey, you're making me challenging me to try. So I'm gonna try. After green, we'll try purple something. All right, pink and blue. You're pink or Renee? Okay, good. Pink is her favorite, Kathy. Oh, Hawaii fabrics. Carla's in the house. Hey, Carla. Gosh, it's been so long. Carla Farrington. Hawaii. I put you on a list, baby. Yeah. Gosh, Carla, that's like a long time ago. When I went to Hawaii, I was supposed to be on vacation, right? So on vacation, I bought a bunch of fabrics from Hawaii for you guys. That's right. Of course, I had to visit a fabric shop in Hawaii, and I had it shipped home. But you know, cool thing, Carla, on that subject line, I haven't found those fabrics. I mean, I could probably find those same kind of fabrics online, say China. Trying to say this respectfully without being offensive to anyone, but I really love vintage fabrics, but those ones from Hawaii were older, I should say. And I was hoping if I did find them, I would like to find the same kind of fabrics that were of that style. Last time I said Asian or Oriental, I got hate mail. So, I mean, you guys kind of understand what I mean by the theme. Oh gosh, that type of fabrics, brocades and stuff, the designs. I would like to get my hands on them, but I want to look for vintage. So that is my goal. So if I do come across it, I would definitely, Carla, bring it back and try to find what is the correct verbiage these days for that type of fabric. So without offending anybody, because I understand the offensive thing, because if it was me and it was my ethnic, background, I would be offended too. So we've got to respect everybody regardless. So yeah, vintage is my main goal. I mean, of course, if I find something new, I'll add it. Like for instance, these embroidery scissors. They're not old, they're new. So I mean, I do add some new, but my main goal is like the memories, like Holly Hobby. Come on now, people. Right? Like who doesn't like Holly Hobby? I guess there are some people who don't. That's fine. That's fine. I get it. But that's why this kit's not for you. But I mean, I don't know. I guess she brings back memories to a lot of people. Yeah, Carl, that was so much fun, wasn't it? That was a great bundle. Yeah. Oh, look at we got somebody in the house I didn't know. Hey, Paper Made Pretty. Can I have your first name? Because it's always hard to find who you are until I'm like, oh yeah, that's you, because your name on there is I don't recognize it. Trying. It's been a while for juggling. All right. I did too. I even had those cool plastic charms and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Mystic Movement. Okay, I got you too, but I don't know your name. I think I might. Mystic Movement above. Kristen, did you say you want to join in? Oh, I sent you a link, Kristen, via email. Maybe you can check your email. All right. I guess we could check in while Kristen's coming on. What Kathy's doing. Kathy, do you feel like talking a little bit as I prepare the next thing? Yeah, send me to Hawaii, Candy. Send me to Hawaii so then I can buy some more of those fabrics. They were so inexpensive too. All right, I'm gonna put Kathy on, guys, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get prepare the next thing before Kristen comes on. All right, Kathy. Here, guys. For those who are not familiar, Carla. Um, who else is new in the room? This is Kathy. Hey, Kathy.
Hi.
This is Kathy. Kathy, are you up for talking or no?
Yeah.
Okay, if not, let me know. I'll just
No,
keep
I'm
talking.
good. I'm good. My
All right.
battery's getting low, but I'm good for right now.
You let me know when you got to go, or we'll know when you're going. But those who are new in the room and didn't know, this is Kathy Cowell. I'm gonna put her information down below. But she's just the crafter with a YouTube channel who does awesome videos as well. So don't forget to click on her name and subscribe to her shop. So go for it, Kathy.
All right. Well, we've been talking for those who are new. This is my needle book I've just been working on. I added this flower to the front. I added this little pennant to the bottom of it. This is just a little flag on a vintage safety pin. And it's made out of felt just because all my wool is in Florida. I'm a snowbird. So my wool's in Florida. I like working with wool, felt, quilts. To me, those are the easiest to embroider with. So anyway, while we've been on, I finished up this little pocket. No idea what I'm using these pockets for. I just am doing it. And I found that I did not right here. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do with that little thread. Worked on this little pocket. I am not a perfectionist. Just let's all be clear. I when I am doing things for me, I just whatever. So I know this is a little crooked. I know it, but use some scrapped lace and stuff that I found. There's one of the clusters. I sewed on that cluster. This embroidered flower I finished up while we were getting ready before we even went live. And now I'm working on this. If I'm going to use this needle book to take to doctor's appointments and things like that, I have to have something to work on. So I'm trying to start a few things so the fabric stays on so I can get rid of the pins. And then while I'm at the doctor, I can add more flowers. I can add, birds in the trees. I can do the flying stitch and some of the fancier embroider stitches because I have something on here. And that's what these blank pages back here are going to be, will be pictures or other things that I can work on while I'm in the truck and we're headed back to Florida or whatever. Because I don't want my needle book to just be needles and thread and scissors. So that's what I'm doing now. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so for those who are new in the room, don't realize, you're probably wondering why is Kathy showing you a felted needle book or slow stitch book is pretty much the same thing as a needle book, but this one is just felted and she stores her needles in it and her supplies in it. And so what she can do with this is pretty much travel around wherever she's doing. Like she said, she's a snowbird. So Kathy is showing you, I have her on because those who are here, a lot of you guys are because of the download needle books. This gives you a comparison of what a different style needle book is outside of a download, which that download you can use and put inside this book that she's showing you. But this this slow stitch kit, slow stitch book is definitely, it's just another example of what a modern day needle book that they have, that people like to do their art in it when it comes to different types of embroidery, needlework, You can even do paper in there. I've seen where people do paper pages along with the felted pages. People use wool. A lot of times the wool is the rug hooking. If you're not familiar with rug hooking, there's rug hooking, or they call themselves rug hookers. They also do wool, and they do their different embroidery and their oh, what do you call those things? The different layers, Kathy. They're
I'm
the
not sure
different layers. What'd you say?
I'm not sure what you're meaning.
Yeah, they do, like, they call them coin dots and things where they
Oh,
do the different.
yes, yes, yes. I
Yeah,
forgot about those.
yeah, long time, right? But so yeah,
Yeah.
it's an art that not only touches the world of the junk journalers, the quilters, the wool, the rug hookers, the fiber artists. It's like another form of method. Maybe it can inspire those who are journalers here to want to try to make one of their own.
Yeah. Well, this is just a piece of an old placemat. It was a woven placemat, and I cut it up. Why, I don't know, but I did. So I'm going to make that a pocket. No idea what I'm going to put in it, but it can be there. This burn swag, yeah.
That's candy.
And I'm very um aesthetic. I love to touch and feel, and I could sit and just rub this all day just because it's textured. Um, and like I said, I know my pages aren't even, but to me that kind of adds the homemakey of it. Here my stitches show. I may put something on that page to cover it, or it's art too, I guess. But that's what I've been doing while we've been on. And I do appreciate you, Salena, calling me and asking me to be on. My battery is dying down. So if all of a sudden you see me disappear, you'll know why.
Yeah. Can you explain before you disappear on us that page? Because a lot of people are loving that page you're showing with
This
the tree.
page,
Can you
this,
explain?
oh, I just put a sky on it and a little house, and I've made some grass on it, and I'm using French dots for the flowers, but I still had pink on my needle. So I went ahead and did around the house. I've got my tree and my sky. And what I'll do is, I might French knot the tree down. I might, for the sky, I might do the flying stitch. And I apologize to those of you who aren't embroiders, but that's little upside down V type thing that makes it look like birds coming through. Here, I can't think of the stitch. My mind's gone blank. It's split stitch. I kind of did a split stitch along here. Here, I made it slanted. I did pink. Because there's some pink in this orange. You might not be able to see it, but that can look like shingles when I finish. I just ran out of thread just now. I am using cotton 10-gram thread because that's what fits in my the needle I'm using. Only reason I'm using it. And I mean, if you watch my channel, Calico Kate, you will find that that's kind of how I roll. Whatever I've got handy is what I'm going to use. I did embroider thread on this, and I used all 6 threads of the skein. So it's not that I'm opposed to the floss; it's just what I have. In my needle at the time, or in the mood. I do a lot of what I'm in the mood. I don't know if you guys do or not. This is an old quilt from my grandmother's drop cloth she painted with. So I used a little bit of that in there. I don't know what I'm going to do when that quilt is done. Here I just did a corner pocket. I'm wanting a lot of pockets so I can put in a small pair of scissors. I've got, these are beading needles, so I've got those all in there. But I want the pockets for these kind of skeins, and they're bulgy. And so that's why I'm kind of making my pockets baggy, I guess you could call it. This, I'll probably put some charms on.
How cute.
They add beads to the tree. I don't know.
Did you get a chance to journal those pages or no?
Oh, I didn't even think of, I forgot all about it.
It's okay. Plus, I can see you're losing steam. I had you on for
Yeah.
quite a while too.
Yeah, I am. I
You're
don't have
tired. I'm so
yeah,
grateful I
I'm
had you
tired.
this long.
Yeah, my brain is, I have some brain damage from a coma thing. And so my brain gets tired, and you can tell by the way I talk.
Hope I didn't overstimulate you.
Oh, I'll take a nap before my big thing tonight. It's not a big thing at all.
Yeah.
But going out is an event for me anymore. So thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. And Salena and I'll probably do more when I'm even in Florida. I hope.
Yeah, I hope so.
But thank you much, my friend.
No,
I'm gonna
thank
go.
you. All right, Kathy. Message me when you're all rested.
I
Thank you so
will.
much for being on.
We'll talk.
Yeah,
Thank
we'll have
you
you
all.
back. Thank you, Kathy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, everyone. Thank you guys for your patience. How are you guys doing? You guys ready for that giveaway? I know a lot of people were ready for it. All right, so if you were in the room and you already said hi and hello, I have you highlighted. I know who you are. So if you're going to be part of this giveaway, guys, I'm just going to give you a heads up. If you didn't say hi, hello, and you're going to be throwing out a number, I won't be taking the number. So you had a moment for those who are live to say hi, hello, because I got to see who's in here. And so for those people who are highlighted, we're going to do a random number picker where I'm going to say 1 to 100. And I'm going to use the random number picker on my phone. And the closest number to the random number picker is the winner of the pink kit here. So thank you for those who at least came in and said hi, hello. So I know that you're part of this giveaway and part of what's going on. And I really appreciate you guys. So this gift is my thank you for that. And for thank you guys for also respecting the people who came on. We got Kathy, Marjorie. I was hoping Kristen would hopefully get to come on. She's trying, but who knows? Maybe after the giveaway, whoever is still here, if we're going to keep going, we'll keep going. But so I just want to say this is a thank you. So I really appreciate it. All right. So for those who've been in the room this long, if you want to right now it's 2:29 my time. 2:31, I will say stop. But if you guys pick a number between 1 and 100, comment down below what that number is, and that time starts now. So when that time's up, then I will be picking a number. So time starts now. Pick a number between 1 and 100, guys. All right, let me get the number random picker as you guys are throwing out numbers. All right, Google, where are you? I hope you guys had fun. Keep it going, guys. We're looking between a number between 1 and 100. All right, generate between 1 and 100. It's almost time. Again, I thank you guys on a Saturday coming in. Now, for those who are part of this giveaway too, your names are on a log. You're probably wondering, why do I have you on a log? Well, one, the log is for me to keep record of your guys' names, so I know whose name's who with your name on YouTube, because they're two different names, so I know who's who. And that log is also going to be entered in for those who are watching this live. The people who are in this live and said, hey, hello, and part of it, your name, like I said, is on that log. And that log is also your guys' a ticket for the Sew Machine giveaway that I give away at the end of the year. I'm bringing that back. So November is the giveaway for the Sew Machine that I'll be giving away this year. Brand new, be sent from Amazon straight to you, whoever's the winner. but your name is also going to be entered into that giveaway log. So that's going to be a really exciting one just before the holidays. So there's going to be other ways to get a ticket in a jar for that giveaway at the end of the year for the sewing machine. But so thank you for showing, being part of this. Thank you for those who are on this live as well that are newbies and never been live, like Kathy and Marjorie. So thank you guys. So yeah, this is going to be fun. So you guys are in the jar for that. All right, I think we're there. All right, so I got my phone on. I picked up the Google number random picker, and I put the minimal of 1 to 100 for the number. We're going to generate a number, and we're going to see who won this. Oh my gosh, between 1 and 100, number 15. Whoever's the closest to 15, whoever lucky 13, if you dare. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Renee, let me go through the list. Let's start from the top. Let me go to my top of my list. So how this works is I start with the top numbers first. So if there's a number 15 before Renee, they get it first. So let's see here. Who's the first 15? I think it's going to be Renee. Oh my gosh, who would have thought, right? All right, 15. So far I have Renee. Renee is the winner. Congratulations, Renee. Oh my gosh. Go figure, you got the exact number. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Wasn't it, Renee, you said you wanted the pink one and you couldn't get it? I think you said that in the feeds. Oh my gosh. That would be awesome if that was you. Somebody said in the feeds, I forgot whose name it was, says, I want the pink one, but I can't get it right now. I wonder if it was her. Yes. Now, Kristen, I was hoping is going to come on. I don't know if she's going to be on this time. Maybe she'll be on next time. Kristen. Yeah, looks like we no Kristen. Maybe next time. Yeah. Offer her gift. There she is. Oh my gosh. All right. So is anyone who's in the live today would like to be part of the next live? I'm kind of curious if there's any yeses. And it just requires your phone with a camera or a computer with a camera or a Logitech camera like there's one here. Boy, I didn't get a chance to craft. I was going to be part of it, but I've been on for 2.5 hours. I think it'll be next time. I was just hoping to showcase other people's work. And it turned out awesome. I had a blast. All right, again, for those, like I said, who are part of this giveaway today are going to be in the jar for the giveaway for the sewing machine at the end of the year. So at least you got a ticket today just for showing up, which is awesome. And for those who've been saying you've been really wanting a sewing machine, but you can't afford one, well, who knows? You might be the lucky winner at the end of this year. So, and I would love to have someone come on. Erica, that would be awesome. Message me in the Etsy shop. You know how to find me. I'll even star your name. I'll reach out to you. And before you even come on live, Erica, if you do decide to, we can test it before anyone sees you, before I even go live, to where you can feel comfortable before we go live. That's what I did with Kathy. She got a chance just to see what it's like before she said, yeah, I'll do it. So we can do that as well for those who want to know. Sound like a plan? Yes. Congratulations, Renee. I'll have that shipped out to you. If you want to, it would be helpful to message me in the Etsy shop. That would be awesome. Tell me how excited you are that you're the winner. Yes. No, it's okay, Kristen. Kristen, next time we'll plan. This is no biggie. Kristen's awesome too, guys. I want you guys to meet up with Kristen. She is the best. She gets tired of me raving about her. So I won't say no more Kristen without her being like, stop it. You guys will love Kristen. So yes, I agree. Okay, I don't mind if your brat barks. He's just being a dog. All right, guys, you guys have a beautiful Saturday. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my Saturday. I'll probably package some orders, maybe run to the post office, even though it's closed. Thank God they got the little scan-ins, which is nice. So I can scan it there and drop them off sometimes. But I really, next time, would love to do art because I really wanted to show you guys this really cool feather that I found in one of the books. I don't know what kind of bird it is. I'm going to look it up. But I wanted to go over that, and I wanted to put it in my needle book. And I really wanted to do this page. I don't know if anyone knows what kind of feather this is. It looks like a little bluebird. I don't know if you guys can see that. Probably not. The lighting's really bad. If I hold still, maybe you'll see it. There. See how it's blue? It's really pretty. And it was in a vintage book, not this one. The vintage cookbook, matter of fact. Little bitty thing. I thought would look really good in my needlebook. Where'd my needlebook go? It's way over there. I was messing with it. I thought it'd be cute in my little needlebook. And I thought about doing a slit in this envelope and have it come poking out of it. Something like that. But I figured out I will give it life into a new book without it being lost. So that was what I was hoping to do. Yeah, I think so. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are here and being part of this. Kristen does, Erica. She's been doing, what do you call that, Kristen? RKAs, or what do you call that, rack? Or it's such another world to me. Where she shows where she's boxing people's packages, because Kristen has a shop, Kristen's Rock Paper Treasures, on Etsy, and you can click on her name there, right click it. I could probably paste it in there here in a minute for you guys, just after I get done talking about her. But in her shop, she sells everything vintage and ephemera, guys. It's, oh, here, a good example. I was going to use some of her pieces from her shop. She sells like the French labels and French seed packs. It's not French seed pack. Vintage seed packs. Sorry. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. Seed packs and stuff. She sells those kind of things in her shop. You got to check her out. But she has the best accent. I just love her. And she's got a big heart. So I don't know what's going with that. But she used to do, she does journals. But she used to do a lot of videos with her journals and stuff, but she stopped doing it. And I'll let her explain that when she goes live, because I think I'd rather her explain it. I think it's ridiculous why she's not, but I think I love her voice. So when you guys see her next time, you guys will understand she's got an awesome, awesome voice, and she makes beautiful things. So I'm sure she's going to hit me later for that one. Right? You see her golden books too, Carla? Yeah. Yep, she'll maybe go live next time. All right, guys, thank you so much. Message me if you have any questions. If I forgot someone or I didn't comment and you want to hear from me, message me in Etsy. I can be able to reply. Apologize if I didn't reply to somebody. Oh, man, no, don't go. One thing I forgot. I got so excited with that. Candy. I wonder if Candy's still here. I meant to. For those who know, I just had a birthday. Yep, happy birthday, me. Woohoo, 1 year older. Well, anyways, long story short, a friend, Candy Burnswag is in this room. Candy, are you still here? Oh gosh, I feel like the worst. I'm the worst. Let me see if I can zoom in here. I meant to show this, guys, for you guys. I don't know if you guys remember, I think it's the live before last I did. I was using, when I was doing my needlebook, I was using something, I was looking for my bone thing. What do you call that? A bone, it's probably on here too. Anyways, that little bone thing to smooth out the glue and stuff like that. And I was using something that wasn't the product you're supposed to be using. And I couldn't find mine. Mine's wooden, and it's in my sewing something. I can't find my sewing. Well, she sent me one of those from Amazon, which is so cool. If you guys want to know where she got it, I will get the links in this video after I get off live. But this is really nice. This one here is 6-inch genuine bone. It's genuine bone. Wow. Okay, nice. Folder papers, creases papers. Candy, are you still here? Don't be mad at me. Oh my gosh. I meant to show this earlier and I got so lost. It comes in this. It's cool. It has wide application. Anyways, wow, that is nice. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe that's a little better. Really nice. Very heavy. Hope I didn't break it, kind of thing. It says ideal tool for creasing, scoring, smoothing, burnishing, rub-ons, and hard to get reach corners. Yeah, I use mine for quilting for the corners. She sent me this glue called Natural pH Adhesive. So a whole bottle of it, because I kept talking. I was using Mod Podge, guys, an old bottle of Mod Podge in that live. It was sticky, tacky. It was. Let's just say it was just embarrassing. And so she sent me that as a funny, whoops, backwise. And then she sent me these glue dots. And these are not just regular glue dots. They are removable. So you can say if you want to try to put a piece of paper down and remove it to place it somewhere else, They're the removable glue dots, which is so cool. So I'll put that link down after this video when I get off. I can upload those links from Amazon for you guys to check that out yourself. So thank you so much for the birthday love, Candy. I was so appreciative. She also sent me, because for those who know, one of my videos I talked about, because I passed out not too long ago, which I'm not going to go into my health anyways. So I'm going through medical to figure out what's going on there, why I'm passing out and not knowing and remembering why. Doesn't really matter right now. Long story short, she sent me, in the same package, she sent me these um, electrolyte type of things. I have them over there to fill my bottles up for me to keep hydrated and stuff like that. But thank you, Candy. I've known Candy from the start, from years ago, and I really appreciate her. So guys, give a warm shout out to Candy. That was so thoughtful. It just tells me that you guys actually do listen to me in live and do laugh and make fun of me live. Because yes, that was quite hilarious. The glue issue was funny. This was funny. I was using something totally wrong. And so thank you, Candy. I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you. All right, did I miss anything? Phone folder. Yay, I know, right? Can't go wrong with one of those. So thank you, Candy. All right. Well, you guys have a good day. Hope I didn't miss something. If there's something important, throw it down there because I can read it afterwards when I get off too. So congratulations, Renee, of course, again, who won the pink kit. Again, before I leave, just for those who come in and out and don't realize it, for those who are already on the log for coming in today, you guys will be entered into the giveaway for the sewing machine at the end of the year. Last year, Nan Johnson was, not last year, gosh, what am I talking about? Like 3 or 4 years ago, Nan Johnson was the winner of the sewing machine. She got the Project Runway, if I'm not mistaken. Nan Johnson. She was in the room today. So we have Kelly, Candy, Kay, Nan, Kristen, Karina. We got Penny, Carla. Paper Made Pretty. I still don't remember your name. It'd be nice if you throw it out there. I didn't see it. The Majestic Moment Above. I don't know your name either, so I'm kind of iffy on knowing how to put a ticket in the jar for you. It'd be nice. Message me on Etsy. Down below is a link so I know who you are. Who's your hippie, Denise? Same thing. It'd be nice to message me in the Etsy. My Etsy link's down below so I know. Oh, there you go. Violet. Thank you. Paper Made. Yeah, so I know how to reach out to you. Plus, it wouldn't hurt to reach out to me in Etsy, so then at least I have a record knowing how to reach out to you. Say if you've never purchased from me, I need to know shipping, you know, and all that stuff, and email, like kind of thing. So who else made it on the list? We got Shanna, we got Margie, we have Renee, we have Erica, we have Marjorie, of course, we have Kathy Caldwell, we got Jennifer. Angie Brown was in here earlier. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else that I missed that was here. So thank you, Violet. Now I know, right? Thank you. Yes, Karina's here. No problem. She's a long timer too. I've known her for years. So there's so many people that I haven't seen in a long time come in. So I really appreciate seeing you guys. It's been a while. We're going to get back to sharing people. So it's going to be nice. So these lives I'm going to do, of course, it will be me. But I will definitely, most of my lives are going to have some of you guys on here. I think it's important. It's time. It's time for us to share each other's small businesses, our craft ideas. It's time to share without judgment and have fun. Have giveaways. Have fun. You know what I mean? Like it's time. It's time for sharing. I'm tired of the stingy, mean people out there. Let's go for this, right? All right, guys. Yeah, Violet, it shows up Happy Mail Magic. There you go. That's right. Yeah. So, all right, guys, we can do this. We can help each other and inspire each other. So you guys have a great Saturday. I'm going to enjoy. I could hear my man blaring music in the back. I see he has our lizard. For those who know, I have a bearded dragon, and he took her out of the unit. And here, maybe I can show you guys. Oh, my gosh. We have a fish pond in our lanai. Oh, my goodness. He's sharing this with me. He's never done this by himself. So she's my baby. And he put her in there. Here, I gotta show you. Hopefully I can show you. Her name's Lizzie. She's a bearded dragon. So he's in the lanai letting her, here we go. I wonder if I can show you. You guys can see that okay? Let's see if I can zoom it in. This is Lizzie. So he has her on a fish pond. Can you guys see that? She's just a baby. She's a loner. I try to love on her, but she hates my guts. Because when she was a baby, when I got her from the pet place, she had parasites and they didn't tell me. So for 2 months, I had to syringe her antibiotics. Here she's got, I think, something in her mouth. So for 2 months, every day I had a syringe in this tiny little lizard mouth, and she hates me. She gives me that look like I come in a room like, "What do you want, lady? Just leave the food and leave," you know? So this is Lizzie. That's her stance, like, let me be stance. She's on a rock right there. She's giving you, she reminds me of like Donald Trump look, with the chin up and the tight lips. Yeah, she does a good Donald Trump pose. But so yeah, that's what she's doing for him. Oh, how funny. She's having fun. He says this is her sexy pose. Oh my gosh. Can't really see her, but hey, she's behind a leaf. Oh my gosh, funny. Anyway, so at least she's having fun too while I'm gone. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Lizzie. Oh my gosh, she's hilarious. Yeah, she's got attitude, man. I don't know if anyone's got a bearded dragon. She's funny, right? Anyways, thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you guys for who cares. The thing is, I'm not a lizard person. I love my cats. Yeah, like for instance, I've been putting together, which I'm gonna go here soon. I keep going here. My Katie K, who I've had for 18 years, who passed away not too long ago. I don't know if you guys remember. I was going to eventually get her a journal put together, but she looked just like this. She was a Maine Coon, hairy in her face, all that. She looks just like that. But I was putting together her stuff and getting it ready for this fall to get her own personal journal. Now, Kay, our Inner City, who's in the room with us here, you guys will see. She's in the room. You guys will see. She does a lot of beautiful. I don't know if she's taking any custom orders or not, but Nikki, I had a border collie who passed away, and she made a journal for me for him when he passed away, which I'll bring that up when I create that for my cat. But yeah, she makes personal like journals and stuff like that too, custom orders. But I don't know if she's doing anything now. But I'll show her Nikki one that she made my dog. But we had him just as long as her. But yeah. But yeah, so I'm not a lizard person. But my husband, oh gosh, if you guys want the quick story before I leave, I'll make it really quick. So I found we live in Florida, so of course we find lizards, but we see all kinds of lizards. But this one, I was doing mulch, because those of you know I love yard work. I was doing mulch, I was opening up bags of mulch, and here's this lizard. I mean, it's not from around here. And it was a baby, and I took care of it the best the way I could. I didn't know that lizards require certain lighting, certain temperatures, everything. Require so much, more than you guys think. And so she died. My fault. Low calcium, bone issue. Terrible. I cried my eyes out for the longest time. So I come home one day, and in her tank that was empty, he had Lizzie, the bearded dragon, in there. And I'm like, what the hey? So now I have Lizzie. So I take care of Lizzie. And I fell in love with her, even though she hates my guts. So yeah. Anyways, guys, well, you guys have a good one. Thank you, Candy. I hope she sees this later. I'll have to message her and text her and say, hey, I shared it. And I really apologize. But Candy has a big heart, and her name is Burn Swag on here live. And she's been, like I said, with me from the start. She's a sweetheart. So thank you, Candy. Thank you, everyone, for the love and support. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Bye, guys.